Hello, one and all, and welcome to episode 362 of Fans of Power. Nathan Kennedy, Tyler T-Rex Baker, the Rotten Amato, Joe Amato, Rebecca McDonald, a.k.a. Newt, and the doctors here. Where did you get that one from?
Get what?
That was a very great transition. It's just me asking you that in face. Geez.
He's wearing a Star Wars shirt too. What are we celebrating? May the 4th be with you tonight and some shit?
Like a whole 10 days later?
Yeah, 10 days later.
Yes.
There's the discount on TeePublic is going on through midnight, so shirts are still on sale. Links down below to Joe's shop and Ren's shop. Tyler and I are both rocking the Tex X.
Yeah,
check them both out.
The Tex X concept there.
Yeah, the different varieties. So you can get it on a darker shirt with a white design or a lighter shirt with a darker design. So very well done, Jim.
It looks great both ways. I don't know which one I like better.
I was going to get on black, and then Joe just he gave me his opinion when I didn't ask for it, and and told me to put, it looked really good on white. I'm like, you know what, Joe?
It does look really good on
that
white.
thought, but you know what? By God, I'm going to do it. So
See, once in a while, I'm all right.
It looks more like a sketch like that, like a sketch on paper.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
Really
and then on this one, it's just
that's just as cool. I
know.
I literally like both of them the same.
I think it works on any color, really. You play around, you put it on red, you put it on purple. It still works. I did just receive message from one Ren McKenzie that he is heading back from North Carolina, so hopefully he will make it back in time to join us at some point. So he might be here.
Okay.
Heading back from North Carolina, unless he's like right on the border, like in Mount Airy. He's got quite a drive in to get home.
I don't know. We shall see. But
he lives in Hampton, though, right?
I don't know.
I think he lives where Allen Iverson's from. I think.
I don't know. Hey, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. It's all.
Happy Mother's Day.
All the mothers that don't watch this show. I mean, my mom watches.
My mom doesn't.
Yeah.
So I can say whatever I want.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say whatever I want anyway.
Yeah. And you'll hear from her.
Another update. Went to see Mom and Grandma with my brother. Just getting back. I got caught in traffic for an hour because a semi was on fire.
Oh, jeez.
So
I wonder if he's the one that caused it.
So he says now I'm too tired.
Reveals like his mohawk on the road there, and
he says he's too tired, but I might watch some of the show. That's understandable, man.
That's cool.
No problem.
Yeah, trips are never fun. So Ren, if you are watching at some point, pop in the chat. You can still interfere and piss Tyler off.
Yeah, I didn't think about like, some people might be wanting to visit family or whatever. So
yeah. I went and visited my mom And what did I get my mother for Mother's Day, you might ask? And I know this is going to sound, you're going to be like, what, really? I got her citronella plants because they like to, in the summertime, her and my dad like to sit on the porch, and she's, for whatever reason, mosquitoes are just attracted to her, and she gets eaten up. So every year for like the past, now it's probably been like 7 years, I buy her citronella plants. That way she can put them on the porch, keep the mosquitoes away.
That's nice. That's thoughtful.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Very practical. But you tell people that, like,
how many best moms ever mugs can you give somebody? You know?
Do people actually do that kind of shit though? Like,
maybe. I see all the Facebook posts. Like, everyone's just like, my mom's the best. Oh, my mom's the best. And I'm like, okay, you got a good mom.
My mom can kick your mom.
Yeah, just leave it at that. Not kick her ass. Just kick your mom. Ah, jeez.
I will say, Ren showed me the update on the latest T-shirt design.
Huh?
I can't wait to see it.
It fucking rocks.
You still keeping that tight lips?
Yeah, because I want like I'm sure when it's ready, he'll send it to Nathan. Nathan would be the only one to see it, but I want it to be like a.
Yeah, you guys are special enough. The rest of you.
Well, Joe sure as hell can't post the fucking picture. How the hell are we gonna get him to do it?
Yeah. That's true.
And I want there's people in this particular one. I want Rebecca's like genuine response from.
Okay.
Like when it hits, and then Deuce and I don't know. Deuce might be. I don't know. I think Deuce will be pretty happy with it too. I can't think of anything derogatory. So he's pretty pumped up.
You should know that I am foreign.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're from like the Yugoslavia or the former Soviet Union or some shit.
Yeah, keep that one going. We can just run the gamut
and get it run the cycle there.
I think we all need to do it now.
Yeah, we all need one, right? Get some like party, get some like royalty free like party music, like rave music to play.
Yeah,
that'll be good. What was the Joe? One thing I'm gonna pop this on the screen, and you can talk about this. It was something that you shared on Facebook this week.
Huh?
A lot of people haven't seen this.
Yeah,
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, James was really intrigued. I mean, everybody was. And out of all places, it was in a video game magazine called Your St. Clair.
Wow.
And it's from the UK. And they had a mini comic story. And I thought it was just cool as shit. I was like, wow, something different that nobody's ever really seen. And like James, how did he explain that to me? He said the reason that he never seen it is I can't remember if he said he went from Sinclair to go to Amstrad, like Sinclair was becoming like a defunct system there in the UK. So he said almost like a lot of people weren't really playing that system at the time. So first you had to be a video game player to even see this. Then those who might have seen it might have just thrown it away because a lot of people didn't keep their magazines. And sure as hell, nobody in the United States ever seen it. So I remember being fascinated by the cover of that. And I was like, I finally got to order this. And then within ordering, I was like, they showed the inside pages. Like, holy shit, they got like a comic in there. How fucking cool is that?
I like how Joe's talking now. Like he's got all this fucking money. We're actually hearing Joe talk about like spending.
I would order that, no hesitation. Not like, hey, can you mind scanning that for me? Can someone buy that for me? Or,
right?
Are you throwing anything out in the garbage? Do you mind if I rummage through your garbage? Or
I like this new side of you, Joe.
No, it is. Well, it's different getting rid of that TV, paying for the amount that I paid for that goddamn AT&T Uverse. It's like, I have some extra money now, so I can get some things here and there. So it was just really cool, and James was fascinated by it. And so he thought it was cool, and it was pretty cool. Thanks for sharing it. But
I like this. This is fun.
Yeah, or definitely weird versions. Look at stuff because I know Dushin was like saying, "Well, that Beast Man could have been inspired by this one pose, and He-Man's pose of this." And James was like, "That pose of He-Man definitely."
And show them off. Fuck.
Yeah, because it definitely was. But admittedly, I was like, because they said they're supposed to be battling Beastman and Blade, and I was like, is that supposed to fucking be Blade and back of He-Man blasting with all those spikes on his shoulders and the head? I was like, what the hell is that? But the thing is, the one thing, admittedly, I have this game, but since it's from the UK and I don't have the system, I never played it. So I don't know if in the game itself there are enemies, like generic enemies you fight, that might look like what that shadowed image is, because I have no clue what that's supposed to be.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's nice that after this much time, there's these things such as this that are just rediscovered that people have no idea.
Yeah, there's been so much that's been done that's just pretty much been buried for decades at this point. It's pretty cool to know that there's still so many things that people have never seen or experienced. Hell, even when we talk on this podcast, there's people like, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like commonplace. It's like I don't know. The sorceress. How do you not know who the sorceress is? But there's just like some people who are just
well, I mean,
out.
Ren didn't know who Rotar and Twistoid were. So,
oh, what did you call him? Chunky Man.
Chunky Man and Chunky.
I feel like he's got a lot of disabilities when it comes to He-Man. I think we're finding out.
He's not as smart as we thought he was.
No, not really. So we're kind of stuck with him now.
I still see people call Buzz off the bee guy, and that shocks me. I'm like, the bee guy? Really? The bee guy?
I sent you that video, remember? Or me and John were watching where the guy's like, what did he call Snout Spout? Hose Nose or something like No, that's what they called him in She-Ra.
Yeah.
I forget. He called him something stupid. I'm like... He was getting all the names fucking wrong. And I'm like, who are you? Why are you reviewing He-Man toys? Get out of here.
Is that who it was? Just some jerk off? Like, I'm going to be a toy.
Camera, and it's like, look at this one.
You sure it wasn't Bozo?
You probably would have recognized him pretty quickly with all the vape spray that's been going all over the camera.
Yeah.
Or whatever the
playing the guitar while he's talking about the names.
Yeah.
I gotta try and find that again. That was hilarious.
Do you guys find it easy or hard to refrain from correcting people about these kinds of things in person?
Let's let Deucin go first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't count. We know he launches nukes the minute someone can't get Sunbow Productions right or Marvel Productions right. Yeah. Or you make a post about Ghostbusters that someone did some fan art, and the only person who fucking shows up says anything is Deucin. I don't like the slime in this picture. It's no good. It doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck are you, man?
And then he'll jump on the color palettes. Remember, if it's off one shade of blue or a shade of red, it's like, here comes the color expert.
Yeah, and
I love that though. I love that he's the color expert. Like,
which that's fine. But if you're just minding your own damn business, and he's just, hey,
look how Tyler's talking about him like he's just not here right now.
Look at the face
of this guy.
Well, he's smiling, big right now. Like he's enjoying anytime we get pissed off at him. I mean, he's flopping the bishop about it. He gets off on that.
Yeah, no. I don't give a shit if people get stuff wrong. Really, if I'm having a conversation, I make a mental note of it so I can laugh about it later.
Yeah, or tell me about it.
Yeah, or tell you about it when we have a good laugh.
Crazy a bit, and I correct people. I do correct them, but I try to be nice about it. I'm like, you mean?
But see, you can get away with it because you're a girl.
I can see Rebecca saying.
Some dudes do not like being corrected by a girl, though. So.
Well, that's true.
Oh, now you have experience with that? Like, have you seen that? And they go kick rocks.
Yes.
And
yeah, give us
they tell Joe, I hate your wife.
It's mostly been online that I would correct them, not in person so much that they would get mad, but online they would get mad.
In person, they're probably like, you're a girl and stuff. They just
act like you don't know what you're talking about, and then like, I know I'm right, fuckhead, but
that's what I imagine Rebecca does, like in person. Like she says it in her very Rebecca voice. I know you're trying really hard, but you're really fucking stupid right now.
Oh man, we must have really made him mad.
Oh, holy shit!
What?
Hey,
what?
Hey, it's trash day already.
The guy that doesn't know anything is here. Holy shit!
Shut your face, mask guy.
It's pretty rude. I was talking nice about you while you were gone. I was saying nice things too.
I was
watching.
What do you mean? Then you heard all the nice things I said. I said I miss Ren. I wish he was here right now. I was like, he's a really great guy.
I didn't mean that. I
didn't
mean
no bullshit.
No, it's always cowards that like talk bad about people on their back, but when they're face to face with them, a completely different tune. Hold on.
I think Ren's got his burping and farting.
Yeah. Do I?
There it is.
Yeah, I heard it. Joe talked over it, of course.
Damn you. Is that better? No? Son of a smoky monkey. Okay.
What was it?
What?
That was
All right,
It
Ren.
sounded like someone farting on their stereo.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Is that better?
I don't
At
know.
all?
It
No?
might. No.
Fuck!
I don't
Shows up to
expect
wreck it
me.
all.
What's
Well,
Well,
going
that's my
on?
job.
You can just.
Darn it.
That's what it sounds like.
It's not that bad.
Ren looked so confused when that happened. He looked down.
How
like,
is that
Is
possible?
that me?
It's still jacked up?
Yeah.
It
right, well,
sounded like Joe after he's eating lunch.
It doesn't sound that bad.
Hello, guys. Goodbye, guys.
All right. See you, Ren.
Go back to North Carolina.
He's gonna try to hop back on, right?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
hope so. It didn't sound that
He'll
bad to
never
me.
be seen again.
Never.
It really didn't sound that bad to you guys. You didn't hear the.
I heard it, but I
I
guess
did.
it was
I
like
thought
it
it was
was.
just Joe burping.
I couldn't hear because mine usually delays and audios and shit is bad. I couldn't tell the difference. But while we're waiting for him, let me say hello to the chat real quick. We have MOTU Drew, JSP, Febmon, Will Timpson, Chris Carter, Say It Nathan,
Johnny Cock.
Paulrick is here, Jenny K, I love you, baby.
that?
Never heard
You'll
of
be
her.
seeing her at PowerCon, don't you worry. Jaime
Well,
Morris.
is she a guest? Val hasn't told us about her. What has she done? What, she work for fucking Mattel?
We got
She's the reason
Jaime-
Oregon sucks so much.
Aw.
I'm just
Jaime-
asking. I never heard of her. Maybe that's why I've never heard of her, because she's hiding in the shadows. She don't take the blame for all this shit they're putting out. Because all we do is fucking complain on this show all the time, right, Joe?
Yeah, that's what we do, exactly.
God, I need to ask you more about that when I get a chance.
Jaime Morris, Papa
Bunch
Hud
of
60
wieners.
Papa Hud 69. Joe, I almost said
Yeah,
it.
Joe
Jesus Christ.
Amato's here.
Shut up.
Not that guy.
Yeah, Brian
Who the fuck's
Brummagem.
that guy? Is he the reason why Origin sucks so much?
Joe
All the
Amato's a
shitty
real
ideas, put
jerk.
battle armor and everything.
Hey,
know,
yeah,
right?
with the ideas. Wait till you see what I bring to PowerCon. Brian Brummagem, Felipe,
Copycat, what the fuck is that, you know?
MOTU Matthew.
Motu.
Shut up. Zentron. Gavin. John Ballard. Some bitch.
Boogers.
And Remy, oh fuck! I think I got everybody. Oh, and the real Triple R is
I don't know.
here.
English is Joe's strongest language.
I'm pretty good. I think I got.
Joe speaks fluent jive, though.
I think I got everybody.
Yogi Death Nuts is here. Red
Yeah.
McKenzie's here.
If I missed
He's in
anybody,
the chat.
okay.
No, Ren, get back
Hey.
on here.
Yeah, dude. Come on back on here, dude.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're
Yeah,
gonna come back though, fire up the
It's
laptop
no-
and get the
it's no
headset
fun without you.
because that
Yeah.
never has a thing.
Just
But
get
hey,
back on and just don't talk.
check
No, but
this
yeah,
out. I has a script I'm gonna read right now. You want to meet us? You want to meet fans of Power in person? Make your way to PowerCon, Columbus, Ohio, August 11th through 13th. PowerCon embodies the power of friendship and family, celebrates the power of design, and showcases the power of imagination. More toys, more collectibles, more fun. Experience the power. Tickets are on
pretty
sale
good.
now. And make sure, if you want to get the biggest discount, purchase before May 28th to ensure that you get the best deal possible.
There you go. You're all right. All right. That was very well said.
Joe couldn't wait to
read that.
steamroll that. He was just
I know,
like,
right? You know
he was
what?
like,
Oh,
oh,
man, he did good. I was,
bullshit.
I was-
And I'm
No,
like,
I was trying
this
to
is
compliment.
this is because
wait till
Joe,
the commercial's done, Joe.
Joe is pissed because last week he did the intro and I'm like, hey, toss this in there. And he's like, I was really impassioned about it. No one came and gave me a pat on the back. I'm
No
like,
pound back. He wasn't
why
good.
should I?
Goddamn, I did a great intro and he just blew it off. Like, fuck it. What a bastard. Hey, how you doing, Kyle
Look at that. That
Harris?
was tight.
See, get some. Yeah, I did there. No, but yeah, you did great. You're fantastic. Hey, remember?
Yeah,
you
hey,
come out-
how about this, Joe? How about the next time I do it, let me finish it first.
I did. I thought you did great. You did. I didn't cut you off. I thought you did fantastic. And I did want to say I want to thank you for those cookies. After I rebaked them, they were okay. And it wasn't
Rebaked
like I
them?
was.
Yeah.
Well, I
did
wasn't
you-
inside.
No, go ahead, you appreciative prick. No, tell them.
What
no,
was
you
the cookie
me.
dough?
Wait, hold on. Now, see,
What, you
Nathan,
didn't think that it was baked enough? You know better. You know better
Well,
than
Nathan
Emily.
was-
You
Nathan-
were
Oh,
saying that
I
Emily's
get it. She
cooking
didn't use
sucks.
enough butter, right?
No, he was very kind, and he sent me a special package. He gave me some wieners, and they tasted good. No, he
Wait,
did.
hang on.
So
And-
you had
Wow.
Nathan's wieners?
Tastes
No.
good.
but they were like flavored ones. Like
Yeah,
they were
flavored
real
wieners,
wiggly.
Yeah, all natural.
No,
No,
it
they
was-
were-
it was-
Really flavored.
It was Oscar Mayer, like they were gummies, like gummy.
Yeah,
wieners.
yeah,
I was like,
and they're
I was at
wieners, but-
Walmart and saw them. I'm like, that'd be funny.
and they were tasty. So thank you for that. And then he got me
Mhm.
some whatchamacallits, and then he put in some
You
cookies. And
pervert.
I swear, I didn't mean this as an insult. I told him I was being nice. I was like, did Emily have like
Shouldn't
some
this be
perfume or something?
bigger?
The,
Joe,
coo-
you
the
saying,
cookies.
listen, I'm being nice. It's like saying, no offense.
No,
I mean,
no,
it's
no. It was
something.
like when I talked
I
about
will
your
say,
cookie.
Joe, why do you feel the need to tell what you did to the food? Like if it was
Well, hold up.
was
No, see, for like Rebecca, her cookies
What?
were hard, but they were good.
I know,
Now,
but you
Nathan-
still told you could have just
Well,
said
let
they
me
were
ta-
great and left alone. You have to
But
like.
I could barely swallow. She would have seen me choking, so I
Well,
had to tell her.
I'm sorry. Do you think she needed to know that?
I couldn't play that shit off. I was almost dying. I was like,
Well, why
"These
do you
are
have to record
great."
yourself eating this food anyway? Why couldn't
Because I
you
wanted
just
to
eat
see
it
my
if you didn't like
reaction.
it?
But see, now, so Nathan, so I got the
Go
cookies,
ahead.
and I started eating them, and I was like, did Emily have some like perfume or something? Because the cookies tasted like perfume, and I was like, but they're still
Who
good.
puts
And,
perfume into cookies, Joe?
well, I thought maybe
It was
she,
the
you know,
alternate.
yeah, I thought it was on her hands or maybe something. I was like, or maybe like dryer
Girls
sheets,
don't
and
put
then.
perfume
but-
on their hands.
Yeah.
I know, I didn't mean it as an insult, but I wanted to let them know like they
Oh.
taste like perfume, but they were good though. So I rebaked them to try to get the taste out, and
Of course, because you drink stuff.
You can't even get it out.
Was that
I'm
Deucin or Joe with that?
That was
led that?
that was Doozen that was starting to
Okay.
laugh. So I'm trying to think of the scenarios of how that may have happened, and I told Joe because the way that our kitchen is just like and Tyler's seen the house. It's just open, like the whole living room kitchen. It's just an open floor plan, and we have a wax warmer that sits like off to the side of the kitchen. So maybe that could have been it. But then I was thinking, because the bubble wrap that I used came from a Big Bad Toy Store package, and that box was down in the basement. But down in the basement, just to make sure it doesn't smell too musty or anything, I have like those packets that you can get at like Kirkland's or whatever the fuck the name of that place is, that have like a scent to them. And I'm like, maybe that was part of it. But then also as well, Joe had mentioned the whatchamacallits were melted a little bit when he got them. So I'm thinking that could have been a combination of the heat may have activated some sort of scent that was embedded in the bubble
yeah,
wrap.
so I wasn't ungrateful. It was really nice.
Yeah, you
I
kind of
wasn't-
were, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
were.
kind of
No,
were.
But
No, I swear.
no, it's probably shipping food is always a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was good though. They were
Well,
good.
but
So like
look
I
who we're
said, tell
talking
Emily.
to, someone who's beyond a little weird.
Just yeah, but tell
So basic-
Emily
so
I said thank you.
basically-
No, Emily
basically-
did what I did. She's like, these taste like perfume. I'm gonna send them to Joe.
So basically, Joe
Please stop. I'm gonna send
consumed.
them to Joe.
So basically,
What'd you
Joe
say?
consumed a bunch of chemicals.
It was a lot, but they were tasty, so I was not ungrateful. You tell Emily thank you. They were very good, and I do appreciate it. That was very nice.
It is
you
funny
and-
though that Joe wants everyone to know how weird his eating habits are, but if you send him something to eat, he's got a palate that's
Going to
more
critique
dignified
it.
than someone with great paws.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he turns into Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make that make sense.
But I mean, I really am grateful, and I always say thank you to all
You
you
see
guys.
how he keeps bringing it up? Like
He's really trying hard to sell it. It's like he's trying to convince himself of it.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Everyone
believing
wants
it though?
that backhanded compliment.
No.
Like really backhanded.
I just want to say thanks. So thanks. You can always
Oh,
send
yeah.
food.
I just
Nathan.
want to
You
give you all
suck.
this
Thank
runaround.
you.
But
I'm
by
not,
the way,
no
thanks.
offense, but like you suck.
We'll be knee deep into our court case, and Joe's just kind of like, can I just say something real quick about those cookies just one last time? And he'll completely just dump the conversation out of the wheelbarrow, jump in there, and make it all about himself and his fucking perfume cookies.
Yeah, it's kind of like how he steamrolled at the end of my advertisement for PowerCon.
Yeah, and
No, I did
Val asked him to do that, Joe. So
I did. No, I swear. I thought he was done because I was reading and I didn't realize that he was reading more than what I seen scrolling.
Oh, that is
So,
all right. I'll give you that because when I said tickets are on sale now, you probably thought that was the end of it.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was over. So see, I
no,
was being very.
bullshit. The ad
I
wasn't
was.
even. halfway over, Joe's like, like he was just.
I'm going to PowerCon.
Yeah. You can meet me and bring me food and stuff. I may criticize what you bring me, but I'll eat it, though.
Bring me cookies. I'll tell you how shitty they are.
But you got to record me eating it, though, and put it on my Facebook page so I can promote that, not the podcast. Don't tell anybody. See, look, Joe, we know we've known you too long, so you can't sit there and put at this masquerade, which is kind of ironic because you're constantly wearing a masquerade. Would you ever wear one of those, Joe? One of those like little eyepieces there to just cover up your eyes, and
No, because you'd see then too much of my face. I can't do that.
It would be all like
he doesn't want to get you traumatized.
He doesn't want to show off his luscious lips to everybody.
Yeah, well,
because then he'd be obligated to make all these sexual advances towards Jen when she's not asking for it. He's like, for God's sake, Joe.
Wait, Tyler, but it's not going to be aimed at Jen. It's going to be aimed at Ren.
This is true.
Oh, well, Joe's gonna be all over the place. Val's got to make sure there's water bottles at everybody's table, because Joe, you may be talking to someone like a nice, kind human being, and next you know you feel like this hump on. You're like, what? Oh my God!
I like how your
humping my leg.
I like how your camera was shaking too in that moment.
I'm really trying to sell the impact of what it's like when Joe's trying to
effects, dude.
Yeah,
great special effects. Practical effects. Sorry.
I mean, we are the Roger Corman of podcasting for He-Man here, but by God, at least our stuff is memorable, kind of like some of his stuff is. And people still remember the Fantastic Four movie and what's that? His Star Wars. He did the one with Robert Englund. Was it Battle Beyond the Stars?
Yes, I think.
Star Crash.
That's probably another one, though, isn't it?
Yes, Star Crash with David Hasselhoff. That was
no, not that one. Okay, there's that one too. But Sid Haig is in this one too.
You love David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, I love the Hoff. I can't get enough of the Hoff, especially when he's singing in German.
Yeah, admission.
Galaxy of Terror.
That's it. Yeah, Galaxy of Terror.
I want to say I might have that on DVD because didn't that come in the? Wasn't there a 2-pack of that Shout was putting out with the Corman movies? I think I don't know.
Didn't he do Battle Beyond the Stars or Planets or whatever it was called? Didn't he do that movie with that has a ship with giant breasts?
The Sybil Danny. Yeah, that was Battle Beyond the Stars. I love Sybil Danny. Sorry.
Rebecca knows her cinematic titties.
I just watched a good one last night called what was it? Slave Girls from Beyond something. It was really, really cheesy. It was awesome.
She's like looking at John. John, I've got an idea.
You dress up like this mutant and you chase me around in a bikini.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity.
Yep.
Free on Tubi right now if anyone wants to go check that out.
It's on Amazon Prime. It was awesome.
Ah, cool.
You hear that, Joe? It's free.
Yeah.
It's free.
Free on what again?
Amazon Prime.
No, I mean, what's it? Oh.
Tubi.
What was the movie we were talking about?
Tubi.
Okay, not that I blanked out for a second, but I was trying to memorize that stuff.
He's still thinking about those cookies.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, "Want to meet the fans of Power Crew in person?" And I was gonna try to do my intro, but then it was going so slow.
So now you want to try to do your own after I already did it? I could do it better.
But by the way, I will have 2 masks at PowerCon, and they're both going to be luchador style. One completely covers everything. The other have like the opening, so when we go out after, and I could be able to eat and drink.
No. You mean when you go out after and rummage through the alleys?
Going with me?
Joe, people are going to be thinking you're going to be. I don't know what people are going to be thinking. You'll be abducting alley cats and put him in your own version of Joey's chop suey, and
it's going to be great. It's like I said, Jen and I with all of you, and then whoever else we meet up with, and it'll be awesome. It'll be fantastic.
He'll be sitting in a room all by himself, just like talking as if like we're all there.
I'm looking at Jen. She's with you guys. I'm like, can I come over? And everybody's all like, no, stay right over there.
Maybe we're all just a figment of Joe's imagination.
We just we're not really here. We're just feeding him scraps from our table.
That's pretty much what we're gonna have to do. We're going to have to keep him on. Keep him at. No, don't let him go underneath the table because then it'll really get weird. He'll be grabbing and pawing and poking at anything.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to put him in one of the booster seats.
Oh, we need Rebecca. Bring one of your cat boxes. We can put Joe in that.
Carrier.
Jen's throwing
There you
scraps
go.
to me.
Yeah.
Put him in the cat box.
And we'll put Jen in charge
I have
of
a
him.
cat leash too. I mean, I can bring that.
No, don't let him out of the box.
Just free stuff, and it'll just be a whole thing.
We can put some like sand in there for Joe to like take a shit in. And...
Oh shit!
No, Joe can bring his own from the back of his shit box.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, do you like fresh stuff? What's your preference?
Put some calming treats in there for him. Just let him freak out of the cage.
We asked like one of the handlers at PowerCon, do you mind emptying out his box outside? we know it's not really your job, but he is a little high.
No, Tyler, we're all doing rock paper scissors like in
who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I smell cat piss, Joe.
It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be fun.
I made Dookie.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Time to change Joe's diaper. No, I kind of like the idea of him not wearing just taking a shit like it's a litter box.
Yeah, or he's like marking his territory all over PowerCon. He pisses on other people's food. I'm gonna eat that later.
Oh shit!
It's just gonna be all these like weird reports of like people coming to Val like some weirdo in a mask he's just like he came over just like licked my food, then he cocked his leg and I could have swore there was a turtle head poking out the back there, but he had trouble getting it out. It was just really weird.
It's kind of like
he has to drag his butt on the floor like a dog.
Yeah, he has got worms and shit, and he's scratching his ass.
It would be similar to sort of the beginning of Encino Man when he breaks out of the ice. It would be like that.
He gets up just screaming and yelling, and he runs outside, and a garbage truck honks at him. He screams and runs off.
Encino Man.
I mean, why is it so easy for us to envision Joe doing all this stuff? Because I'm like, I can come up with this stuff on my own. Like when I'm at work, I'm like, it'd be so funny if we saw Joe doing that. He is the most malleable human being on the planet. Like he doesn't have. All he has to do is just tell us something weird, and we're like, "Oh, we could put him here. Can you envision this?" And he just all he wants to do is tell us what he ate and what he stole, and yet we can turn that into the most interesting.
Maybe that's how Jenny fell in love with him. He's just standing there making these drawings with mustard and ketchup, saying Betty Nugs.
Yeah, gazongas.
Yeah,
and she's like. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's probably what happened. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Jenny, you're here for me.
Or she took him to the local 7-Eleven, introduced him to the basic food groups, and sweet tarts and corn nuts. Yeah, wheezing the juice.
Wheezing the juice.
Yeah.
No wheezing the juice. Wheeze juice.
No
wheezing the juice.
And it spits it all up.
Oh shit.
I mean, it's actually every Monday for Joe. Joe's gonna go tomorrow morning, go down to the 7-Eleven, drink out the slurp machine, get kicked out again.
He learned how to drive from Radmobile.
Yeah.
I haven't had a Slurpee in a long time. Now I really want one badly.
Oh, horse shit! You go every July 11th and get a free one multiple times.
That's what I mean. It's been a while. So we got the 4th of July coming. That's what I mean. It's been a while. Jesus Christ! It'll be in 2 months. We'll have.
It makes me think of an episode of Beavis and Butthead from the original series I just watched from the same Jeff Boogers episode. Or no, that's the Christmas special. Anyway, it's they're wanting food out of the vending machine. They go look for change, and Butthead gets some loose change. He goes in and inquires about nachos. And the guy's like, I was just going to throw them out, but name your price. And Butthead's like, 10 cents? Okay, you got a deal. And he takes all these out-of-date nachos sitting home like, these nachos roll. I'm like, that's Joe Amato.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Forgets all about Beavis, just listening to a girl take a shit in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Which I could see Joe doing that to Jen or anybody else at PowerCon, too. Like, he just hangs outside the women's restroom.
That's the same episode, too, where he's like, plop, right?
Yeah. And remember that every July 11th, every July 11th, they have free Slurpees over at 7-Eleven.
He completely ignored what we just talked about.
Now he's thinking about free Slurpees.
They closed the one, though, that was in the one area I used to go to, so I'm pissed, and now I got to figure the other spot I got to go to get that fucking free
I'm sorry,
Slurpee.
did any of us care about that story?
Well, he mentioned it, now I really want a Slurpee badly. Any new news?
Okay,
you got all that extra money now, money bags. Why don't you just fucking go buy one?
Oh, I tell you what, have Jen send you one, and then you can complain about that one too. It kind of melted when it showed up. I mean,
I was honestly grateful though.
I
Thanks
just
again.
drank it.
I did. I rebaked them. They were perfect cookies. So you can always send as much food.
Joe would be that kind of person that would find something wrong with it and then go and complain about it, but he already ate it all.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And he's like, "No, you know what?
No.
This wasn't up to snuff. I ate it already, but hey, I need like coupons or something for this.
I need satisfaction.
You wasted my time."
I wouldn't do that. I promise. I would not do anything like that. So, what? Any new news? Anything going on?
Do you ever?
I said you did it with Rebecca's food and Emily's food. You complained about it, but still ate it.
Do you ever complain at like restaurants or anything?
No. Because I don't want to ever have the risk of them spitting in food and bring it. No, I don't.
After the fact.
Oh man.
No.
I'm sure the good people at Applebee's, they with their fine mustaches and that, will bring you out your
fine dining with Joe Amato at the fucking Crapplebee's.
No, I've never complained about any food afterwards either. No, I really don't complain. I never complain. I don't.
What's this? A pube? Yeah.
Oh God.
It's not mine. It all matters.
Ren's right. I am hungry. I'm really hungry. I had a shitty little pizza today, and it was
like someone else has beat you to it there, Joe.
It was this little thing. It was $1. It was like, it was the size.
He's not even paying attention, is he?
Well, that sounds like that's on you for it being shitty. $1
well, I
pizza.
thought it'd be tasty. It was at Myers. They were on sale and it was only $1, and they're normally like $2 and something. And just the crust sucked. The sauce sucked. It just all sucked. So
what
I had
sort had crust on it?
No, I said pizza. I had pizza.
I didn't hear you say pizza.
Yeah, it was real shitty.
I just heard complaining about Slurpees, and they cost $1, and the crust was bad.
So I did have an egg and some Pepto-Bismol and stuff, but
you ate an egg too, like a hard-boiled egg?
No, I just fried it up. I did it over easy. Just did it real quick. Just had to get something. Then I had Pepto-Bismol after. I
imagine you probably just drink it out of the bottle too, don't you, Joe?
I do, because
yeah. Who's he going to share it with?
Cookie.
Yeah. These cookies suck. Let me go eat my $1 pizza and an egg.
Oh, my stomach hurts. I wonder why.
Oh, Christ.
He hands that bottle over to Jen. You want some? She starts chilling. I'd wipe that off if I were you.
That disappear?
Yeah, you froze for a second.
We're not that lucky, Joe.
That was weird. The screen went all black. And
Joe, did you experience missing time? Did you get abducted by aliens?
How's your ass? But it was really weird. It was like this. I got 64%. I got plenty of battery juice, and then it went dark, and it just poof went off. I was like, why would that happen? I got
Doesn't he kind of remind you of Randy Quaid in Independence Day, where he's like molested by aliens?
Yeah.
I mean, Joe, you suddenly collapsed. Like, we didn't know what was going on. Like, you were out 5 minutes.
Oh, he's got a Slurpee. Look, I just noticed.
Joe, it's been like that for a while. I said, Joe, you're not even paying attention. Yeah. He's so locked in his own word about bad pizza crust.
It's the alien abduction.
I didn't even see that. Oh, shit. Well, there wasn't no new news, right? I don't think there was anything worth talking about, correct? No. Okay, good. All right. Well, shit. How about we get right into our topic then? I feel like
all right. Well, hey, I made this, Joe, and I'm going to play it. And luckily, you can't rant and rave over top of it because it's just going to mute all of us. So I'll go ahead and play this, and you can criticize me for it after the fact. It's nothing special, but I thought it would be kind of fun given the thing. And after it plays, I'm going to say this beforehand. It's called The Powers Court, right? But it's not, all right. It was just a play on the whole crimes against mass universe thing. It's not going to, because this character's not here to defend itself, so it makes no sense. But yeah, anyway.
Well, none of these characters are, so.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to go ahead and play this in the spirit to get us in the mood. What you're about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. Actual people have already either filed suit or have been served a summons to appear in an Eternian municipal court. Both parties in the suit have agreed to dismiss their court cases and have their disputes settled here in our forum, the Powers Court. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, no. I saw an alien.
And Joe, watch your butthole.
I didn't hear any of it because of my fucking terrible internet.
Well,
that's good.
Well, it sounded great.
It was literally just I seen that screen the whole time, and then it went off. I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah,
but,
get better internet, Joe.
Can you not hear us?
Yeah. I'm gonna upgrade. I promise.
Joe, are you all right?
Yes, I am. Damn it, I gotta upgrade. I will. I'll upgrade the internet, and that way the speed
Well, save
will
that
be good.
Slurpee money and get some better internet there.
Yeah, I will, and I won't glitch out as much, and the audio and everything might be even more on track. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't know what the hell that was about. Son of a bitch.
By the way, my buddy Corey's watching right now. So, Corey, I'm glad you're enjoying the show and all the ball busting we're dishing out to Joe.
I mean, who wouldn't enjoy that?
Yeah.
I want to pickle.
I think Val even told me he really enjoyed the hell out of that too. Like he even without even saying it, I was like, I know what he's talking about.
Honestly, go ahead. Joe.
No, I was just to say, I told Val when I see him, I ain't doing the handshake bullshit.
You're gonna hump him too?
No handshake bullshit. I'm grabbing him and I'm pulling him, and he's gonna have a good hug. None of this bullshit. I'm not handshaking. Oh, I don't know if he wants, but either way, I'm gonna grab him and I'm pulling him in. He's getting a hug. That's
he's gonna be like that teaching Billy Madison, like
I'm
still horny.
What did you say, Dushin?
You're gonna grab his wiener and pull it.
No, he's getting a hug. I don't know if he's ever had one of those or if he's uncomfortable, but he'll get used to that shit because that's
I love
what
how
I'm doing.
Joe's just gonna assume everybody likes having his body against theirs. Like he's not gonna.
He's gonna get it. And I like how Rebecca's looking like, like he's. Well, not like that, but Rebecca was like, I don't know if he's going to want that. Oh, he's going to get it. Ren's getting the jump hug from the front.
Right, Tyler's his ass.
Tyler's getting jumped on the back.
They're going to get it.
I'm putting Joe through a table. He jumps on my back.
I'm jumping on your back. I'm going to jump on your back.
I tell you what, I'm just going to, like, if I see you, I'm going to, like, me and Brandy just like, going to tag team on you. And it just, smash your ass through a table.
And Nathan's getting a nice squeeze hug. I'm going to squeeze the shit out of Nathan to give him one of those. He's getting a nice, good, shaky bear hug.
You know what? I'm just gonna sack tap you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Please don't do that. I'm being nice to hugs.
No.
Who doesn't want to hug?
You're like, Kenny, he's out of commission.
Yeah.
Green pepper spray.
But make sure you record that. He'll be laying there. Ah.
Yeah, like Josh.
No, please, no taps there, please. But
or find the biggest guy there with the biggest foot, and have him come up behind Joe and like kick him in the nuts, like that pediatrician did.
I think Dustin's onto something. I think we should all just carry pepper spray on us and just
bear mace. Like Rebecca, bear mace that guy. It'd be like Dog the Bounty Hunter on South Park.
Oh god, I love that episode.
Oh, it's one of the best. Yeah, and the bear mace that guy.
His wife, who's just like tits.
I know. Yeah. I gotta mess with the dog, huh? I like when Ike's teacher falls off the roof. Ike, and then splatters all over the ground. How pissed off Kyle gets off in that episode. Like he's just so pissed off all the time.
All right. It's time that we put the unnamed one under the microscope. And there's a website that I found through my Google searches, which they're still doing reviews on their website, which I can appreciate because it seemed like a lot of people around this time, and even before it, if they were doing this, they transitioned into making a YouTube channel, becoming a toy reviewer essentially. So there's still new reviews. I looked that up and it's kind of cool. The name of the website is Action Figure Barbecue. So the reason that I chose this is because when I was Googling everything, it really took me back to that time. This was posted Saturday, November 22nd, 2014. So I'm like, oh, that's not that long ago. That was almost 10 years ago. So that's kind of crazy to think about. But I don't know exactly. I'll read this and then we'll kind of slide in a little bit into kind of a little more backstory. There's probably something else I can actually show kind of in coordination with this. But who exactly is the unnamed one? So I should have done this beforehand. I was doing that and then Joe started talking about probing people.
Yeah.
All right. Bam. All right. Who exactly is the Unnamed One? In one of the last mini-comics released in the vintage Master Universe toy line, The Powers of Grayskull, The Legend Begins, writer Phil White began to introduce story elements that were intended to usher kids into the new Powers of Grayskull toy line. In the first of what was intended to be a 3-part story, He-Man travels back to Eternia's past by using the Cosmic Key and the Central Tower. There, He-Man runs into Snake Men and their leader, King Hiss, and he is unable to intervene in the affairs of the past. Skeletor makes his way back to the past as well, however, and is accepted as an ally by King Hiss. Meeting Skeletor, King Hiss thinks to himself, perhaps, you can yourself here. So this is the first instance of the Unnamed One being mentioned. And this is pretty much it. That's all anyone's known about the Unnamed One since 1986. The mini-comic was released. Over time, there have been numerous theories as to who the original Unnamed One was. According to various sources and quotes from various Mattel employees, it sounds like the Unnamed One might never have had an identity and was simply a mysterious allusion to something else. Others have connected the identity to Keldor, Hordak, and even the Emperor Palpatine, like being who was the ultimate evil power in the universe. The name has definitely caused a great deal of speculation by fans, and the character was planned to be explored in depth by MVC Creation comic series that Emiliano and Val were working on. Alas, that never happened, but we do get an identity for the character in the Master Universe Classics canon, first revealed with this figure. So, turns out, and I'm not gonna. I was thinking about reading the Classics bio, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna kind of read what is here on the site. So it's Gorpo, a renegade Trawlin wizard who is banished to the nameless dimension, created the Snake Men, and is beaten by Dare, the son of He-Man. So that's what they're going with. Who is Gorpo? Gorpo was the original name for Orko, the Trawlin magician, created as a comical character that kids could identify with for the Filmation animation series. The name didn't stick, however, because Filmation often reversed animation cells to get more mileage out of them. And it goes on to explain like the G and the O and all of this stuff. So going back to the speculation part of it, even kind of prior to the MVC creations potentially using this character with especially Tyler, and I know Joe was on his Dreamcast looking all this up, but what was talked about back then between the fans on the forums? Was this something that you engaged in at all?
No, I'll be honest.
So you didn't even let me finish the question, and
there was no speculation. There was nobody. There was no speculation. There wasn't people talking about this like it was the hottest fucking thing in the world. Nobody was talking about the fucking Unnamed One. Yes, we knew him from that mini comic with that one reference, but I didn't see fucking multiple threads. Could there have been a thread? Possibly, but I didn't see anybody going nuts thinking, who is this guy? And I wonder who he is. That shit didn't exist.
Were you doing it though? Were you?
No,
like,
I never
Tyler,
did it. But I mean, no. When they announced they were going to make the Unnamed One figure, then I was thinking, oh, okay, cool. I wonder, what this could be, what it's going to look like. And it was hyped to hell, like this was the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. This was going to be the most amazing figure, and it's going to be worth your sub. And then they revealed that pile of shit and talk about the biggest deflated. When it was a reveal, everybody's like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Same thing. I mean, Tyler was saying, was like, "Are you serious? This is what they're fucking showing." This.
I'll pass it over to Tyler. When you were reading that line in the mini comic, was any of that starting? Were you thinking like, "Oh, I wonder who this is"? Did you have your own theory? Like,
I would think about it a lot, but also like the shadowy character at the end of it. I had no idea who that was. I had no idea that it was Hero. So when I was little, when I could read, I would think about it, but I had no clue because I never knew of anything until the internet came along, where I actually got to see Hero and the towers and things like that. So it was pretty much just a fun food for thought. In my own mindset, I really had no clue about it. And it was mentioned, I think, even in one of the interviews on He-Man.org back in the day, that it was going to allude to be, I'm thinking of the Keldor Skeletor thing. I really did hear something somewhere that they were thinking it might be Keldor, which wouldn't have made much sense unless it's some sort of crazy time travel scenario, which I even when I read it was like Skeletor and Keldor going to be the same character, like, I don't like that idea at all. Like, It was just not good. So people, no, it doesn't work. But there's something from the past that I do not agree on, and I'm glad that didn't happen. But it probably was nothing more really than just something that they threw in there as a fun little, plot device, or just a character that maybe they could establish down the road. But it probably meant nothing because the story was never completed. Maybe when the Powers of Grayskull trilogy was completed, maybe they would have introduced an unnamed one character, but not at all what we got, and it clearly was just a used car salesman pitch.
Let me take you back to this point. So how was the unnamed one sold? Since the unnamed one is the club exclusive figure for 2014 Club Eternia subscription, the only way to get him was to subscribe last summer during the sub window. This isn't unusual at all, as every year since 2010 had an exclusive figure. $1 Pre-Eternia, Disguise He-Man, Shadow Weaver, and King He-Man. And this was the first year that subscribers did not get the opportunity to see the figure before subscribing. Technically, subscribers paid the $25 cost of this figure when they paid for their subscription fee last year. And what did we know about this figure before he arrived? At San Diego Comic-Con 2013, we knew the figure was going to be the unnamed one and not just a mystery figure. We were also told this by Mattel on July 31st, 2013. So here are some quotes. I don't know if this was like a little press release thing that happened during San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if there's anything that just like went out on social medias that they were working with, but befitting this legendary character, his figure is almost completely newly tooled. This isn't just He-Man with a new head. His only shared part is the arms. Two heads really are better than one, especially when it comes to the unnamed one. He'll arrive with an alternate noggin and two accessories, one of them a magic burst. The question is, what wrongdoing was wrought by that magic burst? Like King He-Man with a scar over his eye and a beat-up power sword, the unnamed one will feature visual details that will help tell the story of his malevolent existence. Although the unnamed one has remained shrouded in mystery for more than 25 years, we promise all will be revealed with this release as the Club Eternia exclusive figure in 2014. He's much more than a collection essential figure. He's storyline essential, so don't miss this opportunity to make him yours. Sign up for a 2014 Club Eternia subscription today.
Talk about a fucking pitch.
Here's one problem with that claim that it was 25 years of mystery, because the identity of the unnamed one was revealed.
Was it?
Yeah, in Power Tour.
On the Power Tour?
Yeah.
All right, explain.
Yeah, you want to elaborate? You just sit there.
It was revealed that the Snake Man served Hordak in the past.
So it's Hordak.
Yep.
I feel like.
But did they specifically say that was the unnamed?
Because I watched the whole Power tour on YouTube. I didn't.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about the
I'm pretty sure there's a segment near the start when Songster talks about Eternian past, that the Snake Man served Hordak.
So Hordak's really fucking old.
Hordak is the unnamed one. Mystery solved. Ta-da!
Which,
retard.
Well, but
go ahead. I was saying I feel like a retard because like I watched the Power Tour on YouTube and I saw that part and I didn't I forgot about the whole like unnamed one thing and I'm just like didn't put.
Well, honestly, it would be easy to do.
Well, I mean,
really quick, honestly, when I read that, I like wondered about it, but then it kind of just, I didn't think much about it after that, so it kind of, one of those things I just forgot about until I reread the comic book.
Well, I mean, my question is, did they specifically say, Dushin, did they say the unnamed one was Hordak, or they just said
no, they say that they served Hordak.
Okay, because you know how sometimes they might just combine.
Oh, he was also known as the unnamed one. They don't say that.
That's what I mean. It's like, sometimes
really
they can take a lot of different canons and then just combine it.
Too. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, just a generalization of combining stuff. So, I mean, I see what you mean with it, but yeah,
that would
you
make
could
Hordak
say that.
Really old then.
Yeah.
But
remember, he was
very
part of making the
uninspired, that
towers.
idea.
Yeah, didn't we already know that he was part of that, of doing
Yeah,
stuff
I
with
mean,
the towers? along
everyone,
the
like all
Yeah, so
Horak, the Snake Men, and the
King,
Heroes
yeah.
of Eternity. It was a treaty. It was an
we
alliance
knew
to
that
build
shit.
the tower. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not very original though. Like
No.
even if, for argument's sake, if Mattel was going to make this character, and then turns out it's just Hordak, like that's like Vincent Mann being behind, the corporate ministry. It's like that's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not interesting at all. And
well, that makes sense then if that was something that was discussed. It's like, hey, we did the Power Tour and this was here, and that kind of touched on it and explains it. I could see going off that, it's like, well, that's not very intriguing. We need to do something that will get you guys excited to subscribe, right?
Didn't Power Tour happen after this mini comic though?
I thought the Power Tour happened. I mean, I thought it was in because this came out in '87. The mini comic came out in '87, and the Power Tour came out in '87 too. So
it was all around the fucking same time.
Yeah, even though this would have been produced in '86, and probably getting things prepped and ready for the Power Tour was probably, maybe late '86, maybe early '87, depending on when the Power Tour actually started.
And to remember that Mattel controlled both. So
yes. So maybe it was something that they. Maybe there was.
I think that's it definitely wasn't a Tron.
It definitely wasn't a fucking Tron.
No. Okay. I was going to say I don't know if Nathan had more stuff to throw out before we start.
Well, I was going to ask you guys during this time period, with that being out there, were there any other teases of the figure itself, or you really didn't know until it showed up?
No, yeah, we were all kept in the dark
crazy
about it.
Extents to try and keep it secret.
Yeah, and now you see why they didn't want to show that and reveal anything. Because if
they
they
thought it was the best fucking thing since sliced bread.
That's what I meant. And if they would have showed that as a preview, everybody would have been like, fuck this subscription. They wouldn't have cared. So they were like, they didn't want to show it just because we were so amped. Like,
I know, but even so, even if they had shown it beforehand, you still had to, if you wanted the rest of the face, you had to buy this piece of shit. So I don't think I think in Scott's mind, he really thought people were going to be, oh my God. And when that wasn't the case, well,
it was a way of driving subs. It was a way of driving the subs up even more. It was driving the
subs up, but once you found out, you still had to sub up because of all the other good figures you couldn't get unless you subbed up.
But no, and it's true, but I mean, there's always a hype and hysteria of the unknown, no pun intended with all that shit. But so it probably did make sales go a little more and people thinking, hey, for those, even people who did, I knew people that subbed up and got multiple subs and then would resell stuff to even get more for that. So they're probably thinking, this could be one awesome fucking figure. I'll get multiple subs, sell the fuck out of this. And then that showed up and nobody wanted it. So picture a head hand. If we would have seen it beforehand and then you subbed up, not as many people would have subbed, or they wouldn't have had multiple subs.
Are you sure we didn't see it before the sub went up?
I'm almost confident that we didn't. Yeah, Rebecca.
I think there may have been a leak.
Didn't they tear up Pixel Dan? Like Pixel Dan ordered the box set or something, and Scott took him out of the package or something, and cut up the bio. Just to tease him, but to not actually send him the actual figure. I thought that was.
Oh, okay. I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Wasn't there a leak though?
I think there was a leak.
If there was,
there was because I almost thought it was a joke.
No, Castle Grayskull Man was the one that we thought was a joke. Because remember,
there was a leak.
No.
I'm talking about the leak.
You're mistaken about the Castle Grayskull Man because Castle Grayskull Man did start as a joke, as that fake commercial. And then somehow it became a reality.
No, I meant, not just that. Do you remember when we were waiting, it was San Diego Comic-Con, and we were waiting to see the Create a Character Contest winner. And right before, I think it was maybe a day before, it popped up with an image, and then it got taken down. Yeah. Everybody's like, is this a joke? Is this real? And everybody's like, yeah, that's fucking fake. Somebody made a fucking fake thing. And then the real reveal happened. Yeah, remember? And then the day came, and the reveal, they're like, that was fucking real? And everyone's like, get the fuck out of here. So that was another what the fuck moment. But
gosh. There's only one person to blame for it.
I thought the unnamed one was leaked though. But
I thought it was too.
Pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
but
he was
I mean, how
too.
far in advance though? That's what I meant. It wasn't
not like months in advance. I'm like
That's what I
right before
meant,
the
yeah.
reveal, like right before,
Yeah.
because
So they still—that's what I'm getting to. They still had plenty of time to get all those fucking extra subs within the months and months. But then, yeah, if it was like maybe a week before and it was revealed, it's like, oh fuck, now this is what we're getting.
Like most leaks, you question if it's real or not. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
because it looks
bad,
so
especially
absurd.
when it's so bad. Yeah,
Hey,
when it's
all
so
right,
bad,
he's
you're like,
back.
okay.
Let's see.
Ah,
if it
who is
works.
that?
Until
Yay.
next time, have a powerful day.
No.
Hey, don't you do that?
Do I
It's not
sound
nice.
okay?
Yeah.
You sound all right.
Sounds
you need
good,
you need to turn your stuff
I
though, because
will.
you got like
I will. Give
the
me a
borders.
sec. Give me a
All
sec.
right.
No problem.
Oh, could you turn the camera off though, so we don't have to look at you though?
Damn,
You
that's
know what,
cold.
Joe?
What?
I've got
What?
a lot of poop ready for you to eat
Yeah,
when we get to. All right.
we're going upside down. What are we doing? What the hell? There we go. Hey, that's perfect. All right. Now let's get
Okay.
Ren's take on this, because he doesn't know shit about what we're fucking talking
Hey,
about.
listen.
I
Grippo's
do not blame him for
is
not
a
knowing about
wonderful
this one.
name.
Oh no, it's going
Aw.
again.
God
Are you
damn
serious?
It, Ren.
Yeah, I just heard it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you keep talking. You're okay, Ren.
Am I okay?
Yeah, it's a little boom, but it's okay. I know Nathan. He is an OCD.
I mean, yeah, because the people are going to listen
It's
to the
not
audio
bothering
version.
me at all. Like,
Well, that's
Honestly,
it's not about you guys. It's about the people
Chat
watching
said I
it.
sound great.
Yeah.
I see what you
Online
mean.
it said I sound great. So
Why does it do that?
I have no idea.
Hey Nathan, can you take me out a second? I want to go get a pickle.
What?
Wait, are you pregnant?
I'm hungry.
I think that's code for something else.
Pickle.
A pickle for his pickle.
Pickle for his bum.
I mean, I can try to get the son of
Ren, are you a robot?
never tell robot business. I had the laptop sitting up too, but I closed it. All right. Do I sound okay?
No.
With anybody?
Ren, could you use a priest?
Yeah, you sound fine to me. It doesn't bother me at all.
Maybe it's that demonic room that you're sitting in.
Don't you worry about it. Blah, 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 blah.
Do you know how long we've dealt with Joe's like horrible camera quality and voice work?
Yeah, but that's a camera thing, not an audio thing.
Okay, so I'll get the laptop up.
Okay.
All right. So
All
give
right.
me a sec.
All
Darn it.
Joe's getting a pickle. We got a bullfrog in the house. That's what someone said. It sounds like
Pickle.
yeah, that has to be code for something else.
Something dirty.
Okay.
Well, now that everything's, I'll bring it back on track with this. It's like, all right, where the fuck were we off with that? James E. Talk, back in the 90s on the Master Universe mailing list, no one was talking about the unnamed one. But bear in mind, back then, and even to the late 2000s, few people had that mini comic.
Yeah. Probably not up until like they actually scanned all the mini comics for you to read.
Yeah.
All that was available was just a cover and a synopsis of it, and that was it on the early days of the org. So, it really wasn't something that I think outside maybe it would pop up in a thread, because people would try to start all kinds of threads of various conversations and things like that. But it was never a hot button issue, or anything. Nothing that people were really speculating heavily on.
Yeah. So it seems like a thing that no one would have really cared about either way, but they tried to find, like they took this small thing, tried to make it spectacular.
Something bigger than, yeah.
And it wasn't.
Which is really just a poor excuse for Scott to just come along and take advantage of his situation where he's just not being monitored by Mattel and just like, I'll do my own thing and create my own story and not finish the actual story.
Wait. Pickle boy, are you alright?
He didn't even put his fucking earbuds in yet. Jesus.
What an
He
amateur.
swallowed that pickle whole, guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Now he's
I'm
got
all
it.
set.
He was like,
Why a pickle, Joe?
Well,
The whole
Jen
thing
chewed it up
left
for him and
people.
spit into his mouth.
I was hungry. I mean, no, like the other day, I don't know how it came up. I was just like talking about a lot of sweet stuff I was eating, and I was like, Jen, I wish I could have something kind of salty, but not too salty. And she recommended some kind of pickles, and I ain't had pickles in years. And look at this, they're called Clausen. And what I did was I did a combination downstairs.
Wow,
real
I've never
quick.
heard of that brand.
I did a cheesy old El Paso taco shell, and I put a pickle on it downstairs. It was good. These are good. You ever have them?
No,
They're
those are
cheesy.
awesome. Those
Yeah.
the shells. Have you tried the
take it-
spicy ones though? Those are spicy.
The taki ones I haven't tried, but I had this. Do this and
No,
do a
it's good.
pickle on it if you're hungry.
That's weird, but like the not with the
I was just
pickle. But
starving.
the shells
Yeah.
are really good.
The shells are good. You can put anything.
Joe, you know
on
the show starts at 8 o'clock. You can eat like any time before.
I
that.
know. I was kind of hungry. You know that pizza threw me off, so I just had to do a quick little thing.
Well,
I'm
stop
sorry, I
buying
apologize.
shitty $2 pizzas.
I thought
And
it would
then
be good.
criticizing
It
Nathan's
looked tasty. I was
Beyonce's
giving it a shit. I'm sorry about
cookies.
that. Yeah, but you can put
You
anything on these shells.
criticize our cookies,
Yeah,
and
I'll put
yet, and yet you eat garbage.
Sorry.
Make it make sense.
I apologize. Hey, Ren, how you doing? Thanks for popping up. It's great to have you here.
Hey, I almost didn't make it. You guys already know that. I was in
no,
North
but I'm
Carolina.
glad you're here. I'm glad you made it safely, and everything, and it's good to have you here.
I
You hear the
appreciate
Are we
it.
starting over?
Yeah, it's a sincerity in my voice. So, no.
Yeah,
So,
he's trying.
what did I
he's
miss
trying not
while
to
I
get-
was eating?
All right, well here
Yeah.
we'll shut the stream down and just come back with part 2 and just
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No,
redo the whole thing.
Joe,
no.
you missed.
Good.
I love how Joe just not only went to get something to eat, but he's like, "Here, I want to show them what I ate while I was down." While in the middle of
who
talking.
fucking cares?
Yeah, he brought the shit back with him.
Tasty. It was good. I thought I'd share that with you. I love
I bet you're
you.
gonna eat that
Nathan,
stuff during the
Nathan.
show too.
Nathan,
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
Grim. I'm not gonna play the thing you sent me. I don't want to get the stream shut down because that would probably happen.
you can play it without the audio.
No.
What is
That
it?
works.
Now I'm curious.
Is this what speaking of Mother's Day, is this what it's like when a mom has like 6 kids that are all just running around in different directions, being like, nah, and then one shit in her pants and the other's eating a pickle. And you just sit there like kind of frustrated, like, can we just get about our day now?
Just
Welcome
like
to
chain
motherhood,
smoking,
Nathan.
curlers in her hair. And,
I mean, this is why I drink, right?
Hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom. Joe's messing with me.
That's my version of drinking, Nathan. I don't have alcohol, so I eat. That's my version of drinking. You drink, I eat. It's the same thing.
He sucks on pickles.
I do. So, well, it was good. So there, I was just looking out for you.
he puts on Careless Whisper and eats a pickle.
With his
So, Ren,
butt.
what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on the
What a
unnamed one? Do you
dork.
remember that when it came out, or were you
yeah,
not even
Ren, do you
collecting
know the
classics?
unnamed one? Since you don't know who
I do not,
Robots
but Clorco.
It's fine. It's mentioned in one freaking
Clortho
comic.
is an awesome name. I think Grippo's was a better name than Orko.
What did you say? What's Clortho?
Clortho?
What?
Vince Clortho, Keymaster
Grippo.
of Gozer.
Well, Gorko
Grippo-
was his
Grippo's-
original name.
And Grippo's was a good name. I think they should have kept that instead of Orko. I don't think it would have made a better character. But on the unnamed one, as I told you guys before, they didn't even bother to name him, so he had to be a trash character to begin with. So that's how I feel about it. Like, obviously, I didn't know about him because he's garbage, and I don't deal with garbage characters. So yeah, we can carry on.
When you see that
Trash.
Trowlin, though, that the figure, what did you think, or is it something you just seen
Oh, the
recently
one-
when we started talking about
When
it?
you guys showed it, dude, that was the first time I showed it when you guys put it in the group the other day.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I was like, what the hell is
makes
that?
sense. Yeah. I'll go ahead.
It's to me, it's just forgettable. I'm just like,
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
until you guys brought him up, that's a character I completely like erased from my mind since like 214.
Was it ever said who came up with that design? Because I can't believe they thought that was a great idea. I honestly can't. Look,
What?
especially that fucking helmeted version. But
Wow.
how did they think that was great
See,
and
I
that people would fall in love
preferred
with
the
it?
helmeted one.
I mean, I just hate it all. It looks like shit.
Joe.
But I mean, Huh.
Joe, when Scott says it's great, it's great.
but isn't that a shame, though? I mean,
The helmeted one
this-
looks like a goblin. I could use
Yeah,
that helmeted.
yeah. That
head.
that looks pretty cool for something
Yeah.
else, like a Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
type character or
If
something.
you put it on like a little goblin body, that
it's like a Mythic
Yeah.
Legions vibe with just the head.
Yeah.
But
Put some
otherwise,
earrings
just-
in his ear. He'll be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, it
It
looks
just
like he's
doesn't
already kind
fit.
of got one there.
Yeah, it
Yeah, but
looks
you
like
put
it, right?
more,
Yeah, he
like-
does.
overall.
Oh God, it's just so horrible. I can't believe they thought that was a great idea and people were gonna be doing fucking backflips over it.
There's the comic that came.
They had to make the evil Orko.
Look at He-Man's thighs on there. Trash. Trash.
Yeah.
You know, I actually don't remember those comics, almost none of them. So
I do.
Tyler, was he in the fucking comic? Because I
Yeah, he
forgot
was.
everything.
Yeah,
I didn't want to remember it.
Well, the thing was too, it was the story was such a mangled mess. They didn't make any sense. None of them did. So when he shows up, it's just like you're missing about 4 other stories that took place beforehand. He just shows up and kills King Hiss. You're like, what the fuck? And
you're supposed to know what's going on.
Funny you bring that up.
Yeah, this is some of the stuff I sent to Nathan.
Yeesh.
These are some of the images from the comic. Like it's
this is the only like comic appearance of this character.
Mediocre.
Well, visually that looks really amazing.
Well, I mean, Axel does wonderful work, but unfortunately, he's given such a shitty.
Was it by Axel?
Axel did those particulars, not the first 3. I have no idea who did those, but once that shitty that molestation of the pre-Eternia storyline was done, Axel took over the pencils on this one, the King He-Man and Despar mini comic, and there was
I like how you almost threw up when you were saying King He-Man.
That was the other idea I was going to have us do is cover that shitty idea of Despara. Oh God.
Well, yeah, we'll save that.
We don't talk about what Despara. What are you talking about? Are you insane? What are you imagining?
I would rather claim insanity than to actually think that piece of shit idea actually existed.
That.
God.
Shut up.
On the first page, wasn't she like jabbing Flutterina in the ribs or something?
You imagined it.
I opened that and I'm like, fuck this. I'm done with this shit.
That's Scott's cutting edge writing. God. I did wonder when Axel's drawing those if he's thinking like, oh my God, I'm glad I'm getting paid well for this. I hate to see his talent was wasting all those shitty mini comics.
You said the leak happened a little, like just slightly before the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
How much time between that and then the figure actually showing up at your house?
Probably. I mean, just a couple of days because it was not. It was like made official. Not too long. I mean, not even a week. I'd say maybe 2 days max.
Were you excited?
No.
I mean, like before.
Oh, before, yeah. Because there hadn't been. I mean, I was really pissed off at Scott for the mini comics, so I was already starting to question. Like this. The creative character contest has gone on. I was really pissed off at how he was doing things. His snake oil salesman pitch to get people to buy the stuff and overhyping his created bullshit. I was skeptical, but also like kind of curious as like this unnamed one character, like because I was always led to believe that he had access to documents that people outside of Mattel never saw. So he saw things that, hey, we were planning to do this and never came to fruition. We had this idea for that. Why the mini comics have all this, all these. It's a melting pot of all these failed ideas thrown in. You got this character from.
That's exactly where it all failed because it's all failed ideas.
Yes, I mean, I there was stuff for the one of the proposed hero Son of He-Man series, like some of the character designs and new characters I thought were kind of cool, but outside of that, I was not a fan of like the Son of He-Man and Tila being this adopted jungle boy like he's fucking Tarzan.
That's the 90s speech, but Tila was his adoptive mother.
Yeah,
was his adoptive father.
I agree, Zentron. Despara was amazing.
Of course.
Shut up.
He doesn't even know what Despara is.
I think
I probably think he's related to Rotar.
I mean, in Scott's world, you could probably make that happen, right?
There's no such thing as Rotar.
I want a shirt that says
chunky
there's
guys.
no such thing as Rotar.
Like there's no such thing as Patrick Duffy
Doesn't
either.
exist.
Oh yeah,
chunky guy. I know who Despar is.
Who is it?
Shizak. The Lady Hordak. Shizak.
No,
never existed.
No.
Yeah, it does
They pretty
exist.
much made her that,
He's
though.
got the
No,
crew
no,
cut.
no. You're
She's got the
mistaken.
cool crew cut
You're
and the
It's
football.
Adora. It's Adora.
No.
In a new
What are you
timeline.
talking
Her
about?
name
You're
is
going
not Adora,
insane.
and you know it. Her
Yeah,
name,
he's
they
not.
changed her name. It's not even Adora.
Joe,
Why are we arguing about Scott and Alex bullshit anyway?
well, isn't that the whole point of
Because
this?
you
episode?
brought it up. It's all your
I
fault.
know.
It's
No.
all your
I'm
fault.
talking about we're here to remind people it's a piece of shit. Ren is sitting there
It's
saying
not.
this is a great. We're arguing about why this is a bad idea. We all know it's a bad idea. Everything he did was a bad idea.
I'm
Not
gonna
You
ask.
brought it up.
Yeah, for us to shit on.
I'm
I
gonna-
brought it up for us to shit on. I didn't mean to
You're
come in
to
here.
shit on.
Why are we arguing about who these people are? We know what they are. They're piles of shit.
For me to poop on.
I was gonna ask Joe since he's been very, very quiet now.
Thank God.
It's
Joy, do you need another pickle?
He's thinking about deep throwing those pickles again.
I was gonna ask you the same
Juicy
question
pickle.
I asked Tyler. Were you prior to it getting leaked out and seeing what it was? At this point, were you still subscribed, or did you already pass on this? I can't remember if you were still.
No, I was still subscribed. So I was excited just the thought of a new character, something that would look really interesting, dynamic.
Well, what was the expectation for both of you? Like, what were you
for me,
imagining?
Okay, for my unnamed one, I mean, like I said, you could have many thoughts of some kind of really okay. If you're thinking about the times of Preternian, and we know that Eldor, being a wizard and Hero being the most powerful wizard in the universe, you think maybe it was really strong magic, based. So maybe this could have been some really ancient, evil-looking, wizard, maybe with a cloak, a robe, some fucking really crazy demonic face, whatever. There could be many visions in your head, but I was just thinking of an imposing fucking character. Something that's like, God damn, I want to proudly display that on my shelf. Yeah. And then I see a fucking Trowlin that looks like shit, and it just went boom and back in my Castle Grayskull. It's just, I was like, I don't give two shits about this. Just like with the Mighty Spector, I put that in a spot where I don't see it. There's like,
you actually bought that piece of shit?
Well,
how much is it going for now? I'm curious.
He bought everything.
A nickel?
What, Mighty Spector classic figure?
I couldn't imagine that being
unnamed
one.
Gorko.
He fucking bought it.
Let's see how much that's going for.
The unnamed one named Gorko.
Tyler, what did you do with your unnamed one figure? Did you even bother taking it out of the package?
I think because it came with Axel's artwork in the mini comic, so I took the mini comic out, and I have no idea what I did with the figure.
You could get one carded for $70. You can get one loose for $60. You can get one without the flight stand for like $40. So
too much.
Yeah.
Honestly, why would anyone want it at all?
Well,
that is on the cheaper side for classics, though.
Yeah, I got something for Tyler though, because Tyler, you know how we have lots of that fucking hot garbage that you and I hate. One of our favorite ones to hate and not even think about, Side Chop, $30. What a fucking pile of shit. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
God damn, that was bad. The figure was just as much just piled garbage together as this fucking bio was. I remember I read the bio, and I can't remember if that's when I at that time was doing the God damn it, the other podcast, mushrooms. The one podcast.
What's the name of it?
And that's God damn. What was the character of the podcast?
Yeah,
that
the
other podcast. Side Chop. He's supposed to be a member of the Holy fucking
that's
Horde.
fucking amazing.
Fuck off, Ren, you dickbag bastard.
Side Chop.
This was Psy, CY, and then hyphen
Original character, do not steal.
Oh my God, was it?
Oh, I'm going to buy that character.
And I remember everybody. It was on when I did that other podcast. Everybody was talking nice. It was the first time where I couldn't take the shit no more, and I said, "This character looks like garbage." I was like, "The character's garbage." Yeah. I said, the bio is just as convoluted and confusing as this figure." And I remember everybody getting dead quiet because Slap Chop. What a pile of shit.
That's Ren's version. Ren's name for the character, Slap Chop.
Oh my God! God damn, is that a bad?
Have it.
Oh, that's horrific. It's a nightmare.
Look at that face.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's badass.
He's an asshole.
At this point, when you're already getting that disappointment from Unnamed One after it had been hyped up, and then to see all these other characters coming through the line in your mind, are you sitting there saying like, all right, yeah, this line is dead now?
I wasn't thinking that because I know there was still hope for so many great characters and getting more new adventures. At least the hopes for new adventures.
What main character? Because I think Tyler alluded to this before, that there were still so many other characters that hadn't even been in the line yet.
Yeah, vintage characters had not. There were like Too Bad Ninja.
Really?
You know? Yeah. Oh yeah. Those characters were part are heading into like the last two waves of getting the vintage figures wrapped up.
They wanted to keep us around, so they had to stretch.
So characters like this and the created character contest too. Those characters, according to His Majesty, was a separate budget. So all those, it was a separate sub line that you had to sub up if you want. Even if you just wanted one, you had to buy all five. So everyone liked
with that fucking Sir Laser-Lot, which was horseshit. The only one that was good was Drago Man. Is the only good one from the Horsemen.
And Fearless Photog, which was the original. Which was the original created character contest from the 80s that Mattel never did. So, you had to buy. That was the whole thing. If you wanted one, you had to buy them all.
And
Scott was pushing all these ideas, and he was already getting backlash on some of the decisions he was making already. Like people were starting to question.
Neptune, remember the fucking Neptune thing? Everybody likes this character.
That was a big one. And I remember he went on Roast Google, Val's podcast, and was talking like there was like apparently a pocket of the internet that were big fans of Neptune. That only Scott was aware of it.
Neptune is great, Joe. Fuck you.
Nobody. I was like, I never heard anybody think I like Neptune. I didn't hear any of that shit.
Too.
Oh God! If you fucking say you like him too, Nate, or I almost called Nathan.
Joe, you know he's anything. You're setting yourself. You know he's just going to tell you he likes it just like Deucin does.
No, that's it.
Like the design of the character is really nice. Execution of the character within the story, not so much, but still, really.
Yeah, well, the character is just a waste of animation. He doesn't do jack shit.
Yes, he does.
That's a cool looking character.
Sorcerer's into Crystal.
Yeah. Visually, he looks cool, but the episode Temple of the Sun sucks balls. It's a terrible fucking episode.
I just think that character design just doesn't. It doesn't blend in with everybody else. It's just it sticks out way too much.
I mean, I'm cool with the idea of like an Egyptian pharaoh type villain because I feel like he you can kind of get away with. People have different visuals that they all mesh together, because that's how the universe is. It's the past and the future meeting together. But it was just a terrible episode of essentially a very forgettable character, and he's forced into this line. Everyone's worried is going to get canceled because we're not making enough subs. And then the subs will get extended, so you're constantly being made to think this whole line is going to get canceled. And you still haven't gotten the Sorceress. You still haven't gotten, Too Bad. You still haven't gotten... so we never got that. And are the key members of the Horde, the Snake Men, all these other important characters. And Scott's like, I understand his logic of like, this line could go on, and it could. But when he's telling you that, the line's in trouble or we're not making enough to keep the line going, you're constantly worried that it's going to get canceled because he's pushing all these other characters that he had down the pipeline in advance that people aren't interested in and aren't subbing up, and they'll just get the figures on the secondhand market or get someone who's going to buy 2 subs and buy it off them, which is what I did on some of the stuff. But it was just poor planning, and it was things for Suits had gone on too far into production to change anything because he was making all these decisions in advance. Like he takes credit for making sure we got Scareglow much earlier in the line as opposed to much later in the line. So I know, and maybe there were other people having a decision with it. I don't know, but when he's saying things like that, I kind of feel like he had a big say in making sure we got the Fighting Foemen, which was a made up group, which was just characters taken from the model kits. On the box of the model kits.
Yeah, he's got like nicknamed the Monogram Riders, but exactly, and then changed.
But that's what they were, you know. And you had to buy them. You were not given a choice. If you wanted, Tila, or you wanted this character, that you had to buy the 3-packs, and all the. It was a shitty ploy.
The whole idea of only wanting one figure and then having to spend what $125, $130 to you have to get everybody. I get it because of the way that they presented the model, but the same that's a shit way.
Well, I mean, there was a subscription fee, and then the fee for the character you would not get maybe 6 months down the road. The sub figure and the subscription fee. So right there on the spot, you're being gouged about $60, including shipping, for something you're not going to get for a while, and then also just for subbing up. And that pretty much guaranteed. Okay, you were guaranteed you will buy this, you will buy that, you will buy the 3 beasts that are coming out, you will buy the 2 multi-packs, you will buy this, and you will buy that. No matter what, we are charging you for these characters. That another thing too, they'll give you 4 figures, and then at the last day of reveal, they'll maybe send you 1 more, and then you're expected to sub up for 12 months worth of figures and only knowing 4 of them, maybe 5.
Yeah, that's
and then a few months down the road, you get another reveal in September, and then come December, you get the following year plus the wrap up. So you were pretty much gambling on your hard earned money.
You're stuck with figures you don't care about.
Yeah.
Like, I know you said you didn't care much about the Star Sisters, and yet you ended up with them because.
Yeah. I mean,
you were just trying to be a good fan.
No, you had to buy it. If I
no, that's what I'm saying.
If you wanted that one figure, then you needed all of them.
Well, my plan was, and this is well before the line got into Scott's picking and choosing what he sees fit. Maybe the Horseman had a little bit of input, but I really feel like Scott was making all the decisions. He is the brand manager. So, if you're revealed Fisto and Jitsu and, Battle Armor Skeletor and King Hiss, like, oh, right, I'll sub up for this. And find out in another few months who the other 6 figures are. And then it's, a couple of base figures and a multi-pack. And the multi-packs weren't cheap, but you still had to pay for it.
Wow.
There was no way around it. There is no. Yeah, it was just it sucked, and it was a struggle because
marketing thing. Yeah.
No, I missed on a lot of collecting other stuff because I had to devote whatever cash I had to paying for all. Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
I remember a couple instances of hanging out with Tyler. He's like, "Yeah, the classic figure came in today. It was this, and it sucks. I don't want it." But
yeah,
so
just happened a lot.
Just no.
Did you ever think about putting it on a third party like a eBay or something?
To
try and get some of your money back there.
I guess I hadn't really. I guess I just thought I'll put it on the shelf. I don't really want it, but I'll just not really about eBay because I don't know. I just felt like I would have any luck selling it anyway. And plus, part of me was like, I'm selling something He-Man related, but and I did have this to a certain extent. Like, I felt like, okay, I remember getting the Spirit of Hordak figure like begrudgingly, and I'm thinking when I got it, I'm like, why the fuck did I? And I didn't. I had a friend. He was keeping tabs on because he had access to a computer all the time, whereas I'm at work. I can't be at a computer when this shit goes on and sells out. So he would buy stuff, and I get it. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have bought that. And that was
Jolly Rancher Hordak.
The Jolly Rancher Hordak. It was just a red fucking variant. Hordak. That is it.
Was that another thing, much like the Unnamed one, that there was kind of an expectation going into it, and then seeing it, and it's like, oh god, all right.
No, something like that was like shown in advance. I'm like,
okay,
but it was. I mean, I could get over some of that stuff, but just the forcing in of like the made up characters or characters that are, I probably could have handled it a little bit better if we're not always made to feel like this line is going to get canceled. That it's always in trouble, and you'll never get your Two-Bat or your Ninjor because people didn't want to sub up because they didn't want fucking King He-Man. And that was another thing, too. The sub figures, outside of Shadow Weaver, they were nothing impressive. They were fucking variants. All of them were. Even though I like Pre-Eternity as disguised He-Man, which is a cool idea, most people didn't like it at all. They didn't even know what it was. So if it was like, I don't know, like a character like Shadow Weaver, who's very important and the fans love, that is more of an incentive to sign up and make sure, like, no matter what, I have to have this figure because it's the only way you can get it. You know,
I always wish that if anybody would have continued making unique characters, that they would have left it to the Horsemen, because what they did with Drago Man was just mind blowing. Now that was fantastic. And then you look at people that had absolutely nothing to fucking do with Masters of the Universe, but hey, let's have Jeff Johns, who's done Superman, do Sir Laserlot. And yeah, you sure can tell by the inspiration of the look and the colors and design and cape, but just people had nothing to do with it and just didn't get the essence of Masters of the Universe, and it showed. Just picture if the Horsemen could have done all the creative character contest figures, beyond obviously getting Fearless Photog, which we know what he looked like, and the winner of the one. But it's sad because those are the people that should have just continued to make unique stuff, and it could have been so much better, and we got a lot of shit.
Yeah, but still, it's like there were still more important characters to be made.
Oh, sure.
And there was
ones that we were expecting,
and hell, there was ones that Super 7 finally did, like Lodar, other new adventure characters.
Yeah, we could have gotten more new adventures, mini comics, a lot of the characters that we always wanted, and stuff from Filmation. I mean, plenty of them. But if we were to have newer design, it's like the Horsemen are the ones that definitely could have did that.
There's also a bunch of concept designs that could have been used. Like, remember when we got shown those bunch of unused new adventures designs by Errol McCarthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or just like the other creative characters that we were shown, that we did a discussion on a while back. But the whole thing had so much potential, but it just someone deciding to just take it upon themselves to not think about the fans and just say, hey, this is my opportunity to get over my storyline, and if you don't like it, you don't have to read it, was always the explanation.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely got a lot of great stuff. It is the longest running line, the most figures, characters, but I mean, there's some shit in there too. But yeah, what could have been if it would have continued.
I'll say this too, like if people wonder, why we shut on everything Scott did, like we don't know him personally, we don't know. But I will say this, this man is proud of what he's done. He doesn't think what he's done with He-Man is bad. He would never apologize to us or anybody else who had a problem with it. So so if you're wondering why we never had him on our podcast or tag team with somebody else to argue with him about it, it's because we already know he's proud of what he's done. He's never going to sit there and say, gee, you know what, you guys made some really good valid points. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like, I don't know. I was really fat at the time, and I ate a lot, and I watched Fantasia a lot. And one day it just clicked.
What?
He's not going to give us any kind of apology for any of this
Fantasia.
stuff.
I mean, at the same time, I wouldn't expect. Like, I don't know. I'm of a different mentality in regards to this because I wasn't there on the front lines. Like, I was sitting there laughing at Tyler when he was throwing a fit about it 10, 12, 13 years ago.
And Rand would have too if he'd known me back then also. I understand. Well, I understand your frustration with it because you're sitting there, man, this character and this character.
I don't like this guy's work, but I have nothing against him personally, so I don't have like much to argue with him. But I don't want to. I don't want to argue with him. He's fine. Do your thing, dude.
And we know if we ever were face to face with him, he would be kind but constantly defending what he did as if like it's justified, and it's not. So it's wasting time.
Because I mean, I definitely, like I said, I gave it, give it to him. We had the longest running line, amazing figures, but when it comes to the bios, the canon,
but he didn't do the sculpts, people. All right,
I know, but I meant just trying to push to keep the line going. But the thing that he did that will never be forgiven is he's come up with all the horseshit stories, canon, bios, real names, which now have leaked into all the current shit that they're running with all of the newer stuff in the comics, the cartoons. They're running with his horseshit story and bios and his fan fiction that fucking just has destroyed Masters of the Universe. That's what I hate.
I like the defeat in Joe's voice.
How dare you, Joe? How dare you?
Oh, yeah.
No, it is sad. It really is sad.
Just masterpiece.
Everything went to the shit with the multiple He-Man, the Son of He, the fucking Overlords of Trala, the real names, just
Technovirus.
I really did like the real names.
Orko being the bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
Creating the power sword.
So I mean, so much shit that it fucking ruined it. So now I'm depressed, and I rarely get depressed, but I actually am kind of
Joe.
Yeah,
I didn't even have to play it. You did it for me.
Yeah. Eat a pickle.
Deep throat a pickle again, Joe.
Swallow.
It's almost
pickle.
like Joe's like has like pickle treats. You gotta throw Joe a pickle out of it, like a doggy treat box or something like that.
Yeah.
And we had Joe in his cat box at PowerCon. Like, if he's getting a little cranky, hand him a pickle through his box. There.
Yeah.
Don't put your hand too far in there. He's liable to bite it and give you some sort of like poor man's disease or something like that.
Instead of like, eat a Snickers. You're not the same when you don't. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Ren, I don't want to hear a fucking comment out of you when you see what you're going to see.
Just put it into your mouth.
How do you tell me not to say anything and then fucking tell
Just
me
don't say anything after what you're going to see, okay? So just
Suck
leave me
on it.
alone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Swallow it.
Oh, shit. He put
Are you
the whole
fucking
thing in
serious?
there.
Like
Just
a
leave me alone.
$10 whore.
And I'm not supposed to say
I'm curious. You think Jen's impressed with his oral skills?
and I'm not supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
Tim, what are we supposed to say to that?
She's like, Joe puts a lot of women to shame the way he can swallow a pickle like that.
I know, right?
This motherfucker went.
I know.
That's how Joe's been ordering all that extra cash. He's been working.
Yeah, I
on
was
free.
gonna say that's how he was able to buy you that Quicksilver.
Oh my God!
What kind of shit?
I feel
I'm
like
not
Ace
supposed to say
Ventura
anything?
right now.
Nathan, check the comment.
Wait, of what? Oh, I had to wait for it. I had to wait for it to pop up on mine. I put the monitor over.
That's probably how he's probably doing shit like that in McDonald's trying to impress her. Watch me deep throat this pickle. Yeah.
So what? Joe's just taking all the cut up pickles, stacking them together to make one big long thing. And just like,
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like choking, gagging on it.
That dude didn't even gag.
That's the scary part.
He didn't even fucking gag.
Were you squeezing your thumb,
Like-
Joe?
Like he took his whole. Did you see half his hand disappeared under the mask?
Yeah.
Like I think he pushed it down his throat with his finger.
It's
And
almost
then
like throwing a
took his whole
hot dog
hand
down the
out.
hallway. That's how deep his throat is right now.
And then he acted like he was chewing on something. Yeah.
Like
You
you
heard
didn't
me
just
chew
swallow
it.
that shit whole, huh?
You heard me chew it. Yeah.
Well,
That thing is long gone.
I want to end this discussion on Unnamed One on two things. Number one, is there anything at all positive you can say about any of it?
No.
Anything at all? Not
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not? Because
Because
I
there's
mean,
not.
it could have been amazing.
But
Okay.
that's could have been. That's the.
Well,
that's
that's
the
what.
thing.
Well,
All right.
listen.
I
on the original description that Nathan gave before I got on here, I was listening. It sounded pretty cool.
Sounded, yeah.
Yeah, it did. It's some super omnipotent figure that Hordak is like, oh, that's my boss, and I'm
that's
moving up.
crime.
I'm looking at
But
the
if it's so
corporate ladder, and
powerful, how come it doesn't have a name?
listen, I don't know because
It was just a super
That's
sales
the,
pitch,
that's the
Ren. That's
lame
what they
part.
did.
Is that
Hey, Riz,
his
I'm
mom-
just here to be devil's advocate, man. Don't be don't put me on trial
passed
here.
away in birth. I don't know what happened. Nobody
Well,
ever
they
gave
gotta
a
make
name.
it sound
Did
amazing.
you say something
And
about
then-
that thing should have been aborted?
And then when he went up through, the foster care system, nobody decided to give him a name. So
And the Foster says you're making this shit worse, Ren.
what?
You're giving all right. So now it's like the
He wants to
unnamed.
foster this
No,
dead
wait, hang
fetus.
on. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, the relatable villain. He's not actually a bad
parents
guy.
are
This is what
evil.
Ren's
Yeah.
trying to do right now.
Yeah, he's not that bad a guy.
His mom died during childbirth, and he bounced around foster homes, and he just all he wanted was a real family.
and they told him you can't have any more gruel, and he was like, "Well, fuck you,
Oh
then."
my God! Was he
I
fucking
got-
Oliver Twist?
I want to roll down the river by myself. Fuck it, I'm gonna find new friends and.
Yeah, he's
And
Tom
then
Sawyer on a
He had
raft.
this,
you know, or
he had this
or Huck
big ass
Finn.
lump on his head. And he had this hump on his back. So they ended up putting him in
Joe
the,
Amato?
in the clock tower. And so he had to free himself some kind of way, man.
Maybe
Come
that's
on,
why
that's-
Joe's so mad. It doesn't look enough like him.
Shit.
Lori's
Oh,
just
man.
enjoying this with his Slurpee. He's just
Yeah,
So-
see?
Yeah.
All right, so Mattel's
Oh,
listening.
that's we need a panel of like PowerCon where Ren defends the unnamed one.
He's
You know.
amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
I-
no one
I
shows
think-
up.
I think he could be amazing. What
I
the
think,
hell?
I think
Mattel's
least-
listening to
at
this.
least
Ren,
they
you're
didn't-
hired.
at least they
Yeah,
didn't
sorry,
take
everybody.
like a great character and like shit on it. They just took something that was like nobody really cared about or thought about that much. So
that's one
it's
positive
just
way to look at
disappointing.
it.
It's just disappointing. They hyped it up so much. I feel like if they didn't hype it up so much and they didn't like.
But it still would have sucked though, right? Like
it's just forgettable. It's not like.
Well, you guys are also forgetting too. This character is set up.
It's just lame.
Yeah.
It's not like the worst thing ever. It's just lame.
It's one of the worst. It's up there with the fucking Spectre. That's part of the problem too.
You guys brought it up last week. I completely forgot this fucking character existed.
Everybody did, yeah.
Well, but most people probably did.
But at the same time, too, Rebecca, you weren't like in the middle of the shit with the subscriptions, right? Like you weren't.
You were hanging out with your Polly Pockets and stuff, and you're brushing your ponies.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Getting abducted from your stroller by your husband and such, whatever.
Well, what I'm saying though is
that was great.
It is kind of two different perspectives here because like my perspective, Rebecca's perspective, Ren's perspective is different from Tyler's and Joe's and probably Deucen's too because you were in that moment. You were in the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing of this line's going to get canceled. We don't have these other figures yet. I got to sub up. We didn't deal with that.
Whereas we can look at it back at it and just be like, oh, that was a stupid idea. I forget about it,
Or be like, Ren, like, man, he just wanted to be adopted by some rich white people and call him Webster or something like that,
What you talking about, Willis?
I thought I was buying different strokes.
That's a great joke.
All right, Joe, now do the Captain America thing. I understood that reference. This is the quietest Joe has been.
Joe did not understand this Captain America reference.
Well, Joe, which one did you relate to more? Joe, which one did you relate to more? Different Strokes or Webster?
No, I love both shows. I like the theme song to both of them. And
now the world don't move.
Okay, wait. Stop, Tyler. Joe, what are the lyrics?
Setting my ways, losing track of the days.
All right, you can't sing it. You can't sing anymore. We can't get the stream taken down.
Oh shit! Okay, well that was Webster's.
And canceled.
The world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Let's have Joe. All right, another PowerCon idea. Val, if you're listening to this, just have.
If you're desperate enough for panels,
just have it set
karaoke night.
Joe with a karaoke machine singing like 70s and 80s TV theme
I will sing the shit out of those too. I fucking love
Joe
them.
will be singing the Jeffersons, Good Times.
Oh, I love Jeffersons. Oh my God. That is the best theme song of all time.
He's just sitting there. He's like, yeah, I really love this one, but first, and then he just deep throats a pickle. Just in between each one, he's like,
It's just a hype up for Joe after hours later tonight.
Yeah, I think why Joe is so quiet right now is he's thinking about eating another pickle.
He's thinking about, and I think he down.
Look at it, old tip.
All those old ass hot dogs too. Blah blah blah. Those things went down.
Joe's gonna be like, "Hey, you wonder how many I can fit them out at the same time?"
You could probably do a lot, but hey.
Yeah, you're doing like a rave in Joe's room there.
And do that
next
again.
Week on Fans of Power,
No.
Joe's going to.
No, hell no, Nathan.
Come on, Ren, do it again.
Hell no, Nathan. You won't get me.
Come on, Ren. Come on, Ren. Do it.
Oh, wait. Damn it.
Double fist. Do it again. You got to do it again, though. Double fist.
All right, there you go, Jason.
Use it. Well, hey, if you guys.
Hey, wait, no, Joe, shut up. One last thing, because this is how you have to end the topic.
Yeah, I can't just try to steamroll and ask you about what kind of food you
want. Yeah.
The unnamed one. A crime against mass universe. Guilty, not guilty.
Can we say that all in like the Superman?
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Or like in Transformers the movie. Guilty.
I want to know what you would have named him.
No, he could have been the unnamed one, but still looked just fucking badass and imposing. He didn't need
that's
a name.
Not the name, Joe.
But he definitely needed a better look. That's what he needed. A better look.
He needs a name, Joe. He needs a name.
I'm fine with the idea that this character is just called the unnamed one.
Yeah, I like the mysterious
stuff. That's not a name.
I know it's not a name.
You can't market that.
Clausen! There, you call him Clausen. Clausen.
Why not Gary?
God, you in
Why
bed
not
with Scott
Gary?
Nylick, aren't you?
That was
Call
the
him
whole craze
Old
in the
L.
80s, wasn't it? Though, like
You
the
guys are in
unnamed
bed sharing
one.
pickles
Didn't
together.
they have a doll? They had a doll called Little Miss No Name, and the
Really?
Strawberry Shortcake had a character that was like, "Oh, the baby No Name, you get to name it."
Well, hey, I mean, like, you know, when you think of Superman Kal-El, you just call him Old L. I think that would be perfect. Old
That was
L. Does
just
that
some
work?
shitty attempt to like talk about food again.
No, it's
For
just a
God's
quick
sake.
promotion. But yeah, definitely guilty. And if
Old
you
El
guys have any
Paso doesn't need
questions,
your old ass to promote their food.
if you
Joe,
guys
you
have any
didn't let
questions,
us-
in
you
the
didn't let us-
question,
Yeah,
Wait a second, we're not even done talking about
Keep it
the
to
unnamed one here. Joe's like, oh my God, I gotta get it out here and eat pickles up my
we all
ass.
gave the guilty. He's shit. Some
I
people
said
say
not
to the
guilty.
Wow.
Not
you dick.
guilty.
I guess we're a hung jury.
Now it's now we're
can't be
going to
guilty.
be
Oh no,
like
Joe's
12
gonna think we're
angry,
talking about himself.
What'd you say,
now we're
Dusha?
going to be like 12 angry men.
12
Yep.
angry men. I'm that guy.
I'm Peter
holding
Fonda
a
though.
process. 3 days in. You damn right.
Well, I mean,
Ren's that old angry fuck who's just like, not guilty. It's a very long there.
Guilty.
I mean,
I wish I made an animation of it like in the Phantom Zone. So when we're like, guilty.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Can we put like Scott Nylick in that along with the unnamed one and the Mighty Spectre in there too? Yeah.
It's tough when you think about it because a crime against Master Universe is the unnamed one. Like just the like, because when you say that, we're lumping it in.
Oh, but or something because before Joe was like, "Oh my God, we got to hurry and talk about the fucking questions here." Jesus Christ.
Yes.
There is more to this character than just the visual. It was the purpose and placement of this character. The simple fact that this character, not only that will name drop, but then in the way he was presented is like he just shows up out of nowhere, kills King Hiss with no real proper backstory, no establishment of the character or his connection to King Hiss, other than playing off of one sentence in a passing panel from 1987, and then what's that, Ren? You eat shit and you like it? It's okay, man. I hate to each his own, man. I
I'm doing an amazing impression, man. I'm good.
Let's see you do your best impression of me.
I just did. Get out of here. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. Tell us.
No,
Why
you
did
can't
you
be.
stop?
You can't be doing like your shitty lip sync, like a TikTok and shit, just lip sync music
Like
videos.
TikTok and shit. Yeah. So that's what they do on the TikToks.
That's it. Don't they just like people
TikToks.
dance around in like shitty clothing and
No,
just, like, lip sync to shit?
No. Maybe at first. TikTok's a lot different now.
TikTok's a lot different
Yeah.
now.
I don't give a fuck.
It's got cute animals on it.
Anyway, but
Yeah.
the simple fact that he comes in just like Scott did with his mighty. See, now Ren needs to see that character. And Ren would be like, man, this character's trash.
Most out of place
The
character.
Mighty
ever
Spectre?
in Master
Yeah,
No, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save it for another time.
The most out of place character.
I want to see
But just knowing that Scott is taking his own
Looks like a
personal
Deadpool ripoff.
ideas and making them big ideas in a storyline that kind of deflates everything that we have read, seen, and cared about up to that point. Like taking He-Man and throwing out the secret identity and just say,
Trinity
I'm King He-Man
glorified
now.
fucking fan fiction. That's
And
what
that's
it was.
the biggest
Yeah.
problem with people who try to retell stories is not honoring what came before, but trying to overwrite it with their own.
Yeah, because he's
shit
doing his
and
fan fiction of what
enforce their
he
own things.
thinks. Yeah,
A
it's bullshit.
Frankenstein mess.
It is a big Frankenstein mess.
That's the worst thing you can do to a franchise.
Well,
Yeah.
the way that Tyler was wording that, when you take it all into consideration, one, the disappointment of the reveal of the Classics figure itself, when you're expecting maybe something obviously something way different than that. But then, as he said, you take into the account the comic, and I'm like, all right, well, you have this character. This could be a good way to flesh it out, make the connection, make it make sense, and that didn't happen either. So, within regards to that, I will also say guilty.
Well, I just also too, like, he makes Jitsu a part of his faction. He takes Modulak and Multibot and makes them part of his faction. He takes the concept character of Skeletor, Demo Man, and makes him. It just throws him in there and just decides to just give him like these characters that just decide to just like join up with him. All of a sudden, no explanation. They're just there.
Mm-hmm.
And then his explanation, you got to read the bios. The bios don't make any fucking sense. You try to read those, they're supposed to link together. No, they don't. They're all over the fucking place.
Yeah,
and when
they don't. They were so
incoherent. It was just like Mr. Plinkett throwing down a bunch of puzzles on the ground. Put it together in 59 minutes.
I mean, you know what? I said I wasn't going to do it, but let me go ahead and read it. I'm going to read the Classics bio for the Unnamed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Formerly an overlord of the timeless dimension, the great wizard betrayed his brethren when he attempted to steal the power of the universe for himself. The aura of the gods was infused into the sword of He for protection, and Gorpo was stripped of his form and banished to the nameless dimension. Here he became known as the Unnamed One, spoken of only in whispers and myth. During his exile, he discovered a method of combining DNA of several reptilian species. He used this knowledge to create an army of cold-blooded warriors which he commanded to raid magical planets in an attempt to consolidate power for his revenge. His evil schemes were at last undone after Dare, the new hero, confronted him in single combat, slaying the ancient mage with the very power he once attempted to steal.
Fucking. Yeah.
Who did that?
That was Deucin.
It was Joe. Look at him. Look at Joe.
Joe, wake up.
Joe, are you sleeping? What are you doing?
No,
Yeah,
okay.
he ate
Drink
pickles.
that.
He's tired now.
Hey, so I do love the name Dare. Oddly enough, that's what I named my son. But I had no idea about Dare until
No,
I
Dare's a good
saw
name. It reminds me of
a
Dar.
documentary.
Me too. That's why I think
Hero.
of Dar, too.
Yeah, so
Hey, Ren.
it was pretty cool, huh?
Do you know, he loved to give everybody real names. Do you know what Hordak's real name is?
Oh God,
No,
Hector.
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 Hector Kerr.
Mighty
Hector.
Hector Kerr.
Yeah, so I said Hector. Yeah, but yeah, Hector Kerr. So Hector.
Kerr.
Hector Kerr.
Deucin Hector Kerr.
Yeah, you just see
Hector
Hordak.
Kerr.
See that name on him.
Why would
Hector
you
Kerr,
do that?
PhD.
And like his name's Hordak. What's wrong with Hordak?
We got people's real names of the series of Blinks is actually a real name. Pronounced
That
as a
was
series
one
of
of the
Blinks.
How about Beastman's real name?
Yeah,
Cool
Raquel
Raquez.
Reyes or some
Cool
shit.
Raquez.
And
we
that
got
has been
Swedish Rex.
implemented into what, the CGI show, right?
That's what I mean. They put that
Really?
shit in there. We get
Uh-huh.
Squiddish Rex for fucking Merman. It's like they don't need fucking real names, dickbag. But whatever. Hey, if you guys got questions for us, just shoot them in here right now. It'd be great to any fucking questions from anything you want. God bless
Anything
you
you
all.
want to ask Joe about his old El
Here's one
Paso?
question.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
wait. Here's one question. One guy asks, how many pickles can you fit inside your mouth?
I could probably put about.
Come on,
Sure,
man.
if
We
you
don't want to
want
see it.
Subscribe to
I'm not
Joe's
gonna do
Patreon.
it,
He'll
but-
do anything for you.
Do it.
Do it.
Why not?
Do it.
Think of the
No, I
rating.
get juice
I
all
know.
Think
over
of
my
the
pants.
views.
That'll be
Think
your
of the
thumbnail.
views. Do it.
No,
Do it.
no, the
Come on.
juice would be
Do it.
No,
squirting.
wait. No, wait.
Juice will be squirting.
Do it.
I
You wanna
can't.
see
I mean,
the
if I had a
juice?
plate
Yeah, you
and a
can.
proper-
Don't be shy. Everyone
I-
has done it at
I
some point
can't.
in their life.
No,
Oh, do it.
everybody has not done it.
Do it.
No, that's
Just encourage him.
Now, you got to pay Joe. You want to see that kind of thing performed.
all right. Well, go ahead, Nathan. We got some questions there. I think Oliver Belmont.
Disgusting.
Well, I mean, this one's a pretty simple one. Which was the best toy line versions of Master Universe? Vintage, 2000X, Classics, Origins, or Masterverse? We've answered that like
Origins.
a billion times.
Yeah,
Deucin
Yeah,
said
so Deucin
Origins.
likes being the Antichrist on this
classic.
not
podcast.
Origins. Absolutely not Origins.
No.
I have such the nostalgia for 80s
All right,
with all the
Masterverse
gimmicks
then.
and
Huh?
Masterverse. It's
Come on,
great.
Come on,
You
dude.
say with your Slurpee and your Ewok.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
We've never seen his face.
Classics
Well,
and
even in the
vintage for me.
picture, he doesn't
Yeah,
have a
you
straight face.
Yeah.
Classics and
You
vintage.
saw me, Joe.
Well,
We
I mean,
met.
I have, but other people haven't. So yeah.
So,
It's
Joe,
like
did you
that,
show Deucin
Joe,
your
how
lips?
did you forget?
No, I remember seeing your face, and that makes me feel bad. I've never showed him mine. Someday I will, though, Deucin. I will. But he did show me his face. I did see
Joe.
his face.
Correct.
He showed you his. You gotta show him yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are going to be kind of intimate like that, you got to be willing to,
That's the rules.
I'll
Those
show
are
you
the
someday.
rules.
I promise. Because he'll fucking screen cap it and then try to save it and then threaten to
You
fucking
have the
show
same
people.
evidence. You have the same thing against him. Though.
But it's different for me because
How is it different?
Yeah, how is it
God,
different?
I didn't want to sound egotistical. I didn't mean it like
Yeah,
that.
well,
I
I'm
just meant,
deformed.
No, I mean I can't show myself. I can't do that. I can't do it. So, yeah, that's why.
He can do it when he goes to Kroger and the Dollar Tree.
Show the picture.
What did you say?
It's like with Muhammad, you can't show your face or else someone will get bombed.
I just, look at Ren. He's like, what the fuck?
If Joe shows his face, all the Dollar Trees on Earth close.
Yeah,
yeah. He's got to deal with them.
Here's a question from Chris Carter. Have you thought about devoting an entire episode to the spellbinding saga of, wait for it, Manny weapons?
Oh, you must be friends with a good old Rob Bozone.
He said that was a joke. But
no, we knew that. We knew he was messing, but dear God.
I know, but I'm so glad we didn't entertain that asshole when he was like, hey, we guys see about Manny weapons. It's Manny faced with extra weapons. Moving on.
By the way,
he was so stoned out of his fucking mind.
It's amazing.
Pickle tacos, Papa Hoods. Joe, when did you create Sky High, and how long did it take for you to finally get the credit from good old Scott?
Well, I mean, again, when William George had that poster and it was the only the figure that wasn't named on there, I remember just calling him Sky High. It was a nickname I came up with.
Was it a reference to drugs?
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, so I went with that forever. And then when, of course, I got online and here comes the websites and stuff, I started just sharing the name that I came up with them. Just thought it was cool. It caught on in the community. And then, yes, it was for Classics. It was announced he was going to be called Sky High, and there was never official credit. They just said, oh, it came up from fans. But if you look in every thread, you see it's me that created it. It caught on. Like I said, I didn't come up with this
Joe
design,
forcing
obviously.
it out on everybody on the forums.
Yeah, but,
look at this, Sky High.
From,
this is mine. Look what I did.
So last year, I think it was last year, is when finally I got credit for naming the character.
But look, Joe, you have to be fair, Joe, because yes, they took Sky High, but you took Duplicate.
You dick. Oh my God. Talk about that. That was about 12 years ago with the first doing the design of Copycat and having the cybernetics. It was never shown anything like that. Am I saying anybody has never came up with a Faker cat? No, because I did it as a kid too. You just take a random cat, paint it blue. It's like, hey, it's Faker's cat. But I came up with Copycat with all the cybernetics, and son of a bitch, if they didn't take that. And they called him Copycat in that one with Dan. Remember when Dan was interviewing the people that worked for it, and then they said Copycat, and then Dan was like, don't you mean Duplicate? To correct the guys. So, yeah, they took that idea.
What's your next bullshit idea, Joe, that you're going to put out there for yourself to steal?
You're going to see it at PowerCon.
Battle armor, yeah.
You think they just hire you at this point? But then
he's too difficult to deal with.
Joe wouldn't be able to do the podcast anymore. He would have to agree to everything and sleep in the same bed as Rob David and Ted Biaselli and said all their ideas were great. And they all be sharing pickles together.
Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that would be Joe in between Rob and Ted.
But I will have a lot of my stuff at PowerCon, so I will be representing Joe Model Custom Creations as well.
Your pickles?
You mean all his Play-Doh sculpts and shit that?
Yeah. So I will
here's Fred Flintstone as He-Man, everybody.
Man.
No, but
are you going to sell any of that stuff, Joe?
Yes, so for people who have wanted an original,
we want people to come to our tables, Joe.
well, like I said, I will have copycats there. I'm going to be doing those. I'll have some Ambrosia web stores. I will do Tyler's favorite, Battle Armor Customs. I'll do some Slime Pit He-Man.
How about my Black Star?
There's gonna be plenty of stuff there. Plenty of stuff for people to buy.
I love how you just
obviously not yours.
Hey Joe, how about that Cyclops repaint?
Yes, I know I'll get that, but I'm talking about me now. So yes, I'm
Joe, you haven't done that the last 2 hours.
Joe.
I'm gonna have my custom cache there, my master's cache that I do. So I have sets of that. There's gonna be all sorts of stuff.
It's going to steal forged money.
No,
he's going to commit crime.
No, so you come on to PowerCon. You meet the
fans of Fratelli's at PowerCon, selling all this counterfeit money. Yeah. That'd be great if Joe's ass got arrested at PowerCon.
So you meet fans of Power and Joe Model Custom Creations who might be shackled out by selling the fucking counterfeit money.
Booking officer.
He's wanted for prostitution, counterfeit, kidnapping, murder.
Yeah. Crimes against God,
Ren molestation,
sexual harassment.
I'm not having.
Well, he's threatening you and
sexual assault with a concrete dildo.
comes in with that.
I picture Joe's going to be using a barter system too. It's like, yeah, I'll give you this battle armor, you give me a pickle.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an old school traditional flea market. People, like moldy bread. Sure, I'll take it. The only one bite missing. I put some butter on there. Pickle juice would be fine. And Ren's over on the side trying not to like dry heave.
Can I pay Joe and Popeye's hot sauce packs?
I bet you could.
Will Joe be playing Fighting Vipers with Ted and Rob? Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but hot sauce and honey is good on Popeye's chicken. Again, if you never had it.
Look
Yeah,
what I
try
I
got.
mean, that's his nickname for Robin. Tattoo, hot sauce and honey.
Ren,
What the hell is
tried
wrong
that?
with you, man?
Have you ever tried it, Ren? You never
Who would
tried
be
that
who?
before?
What?
I don't know.
You
Ren, Joe, you tell us who would be hot sauce and honey, Rob or Ted?
Why the fuck would you ask me?
Because you went all man about that. You know you would like it. It's delicious. Rebecca likes
Obviously,
it.
obviously, you didn't hear the rest of that. I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you, Joe?"
What? Oh, you would. I'm telling you, you'd like it. Just put some hot sauce, some honey on the Popeye's chicken. It's delicious.
It's
like-
You'd be
spicy.
hooked.
It's good.
No,
It's like Joe's center of a man sandwich here.
I don't eat hot sauce on my chicken, man.
You would
Like-
love it with honey, hot sauce and honey. It's the perfect combination. Rebecca and John tried it. They liked it.
Once
Yeah.
again,
like
Joe
spicy.
forcing his will on other people.
Is
Yeah.
that right, Rebecca? You liked it?
I did like it.
Okay.
Oh wait, you
Now
got
face the man. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I-
didn't force me to at all. It was completely consensual.
Uh huh.
Did he smell funny?
Okay.
like you just think so
Did
much.
he smell like pickles?
He smelled
I-
a lot like
I
pickles.
thought
I kind of
better than
imagine
that,
you probably
Rebecca.
smell
Did
like
it smell like
mothballs.
perfume?
Yeah.
I don't know why you would do that, Rebecca.
You said,
Like, what?
you said you think
listen.
Joe smells like mothballs?
Yeah, or fizz
Yeah.
ed.
Yeah, I guess
Rebecca, don't let him make you eat weird stuff. Okay, please.
Okay. I won't.
Thank you. Awesome.
We'll protect each
Joe-
other at Power.
Joe goes to
That's
Rebecca's room, like just like,
We'll have each
can you go
other-
back to my room? I need to show you something. And he pulls out a gun, like,
He's
"Now eat
like,
it."
It's like
I
Reese's
watch you
Pieces,
eat it.
Reese's Pieces, and butter.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Put it
you
inside
do
your
that
mouth. You like it.
And when you refuse, he smacks you in the face with a pickle.
The peanut butter
Yeah.
cups and butter.
Come
Right.
on, Rebecca,
Actually,
you know you like it. Blah.
I mean, Joe's like Damon Wayne's in a living color carrying that jar of pickle juice, but it's really piss.
For the one,
Yeah.
it's a
If you have
shit in there.
that one ass like pickle in there, that's Joe.
Yeah,
Hey
I
man,
remember that. Do you remember in the outtakes when they ate that too? And then
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
But Ren, real quick
I
to
feel
you,
like
Ren.
whenever I watch that show, I think, well, there's another Joe Amato character right there.
It would be.
Shit.
But for Ren, real quick, you said
Oh.
Reese Pieces and butter. Why did you say that? You can't have that good of a memory. Do you really remember that?
I remember you telling
Uh,
everybody that.
We can't
You do
pretend
remember that.
Speaking
How
of
the How you gonna
Speaking
tell
of
me how
people's
good a
sport.
memory I got?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
Joe.
that was. Yeah.
That's what Joe looked like at PowerCon this year.
Remember the defendant Anton Jackson? He's suing for $5. Remember that part? Fucking kills me.
can we make the start like redo this and make this the thumbnail for the Powers
Please.
Court going forward?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
a
well,
Put
yeah.
my face on there.
But yeah,
That's
Joe's
just
face
far
on Damon Wayne's there. Yeah.
And make Tyler the judge.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be
I'm
great.
Judge Lance Ito.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Come on, man. Reese's Pieces and slightly melted butter.
It was tasty.
Kinda
You would have liked it, Ren.
Bullshit.
I,
No,
I could have poured
obviously
it
I
in your
would not
mouth. You
have
would have
liked
liked
it.
it. You would have liked it. I would have poured it right in your
No,
mouth.
that sounds like.
Yeah, that
right?
fucking dude.
It
That's
comes from
that's very rapey too. Like, stop it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
the same
extremely
night,
rapey.
It was a little rapey.
I
We
don't know.
threatened Val and
I
Ryan.
was just-
It's not cool.
Well, they are. Everybody's getting hugs. Everybody. It's free hugs from Joe Amato. Who wouldn't want that?
Free
I'm calling
harassment for
PowerCon.
everybody. Just
I'm calling PowerCon to see if I can put barbed wire around my table.
Come on now.
Like you
I mean,
think
that's-
it's
Joe's
gonna
like
stop.
burrow a hole into the ground and coming up underneath Ren's legs and
Ren, I'm not charging. That is a free
up
hug. You
underneath
tell
his
me
skirt.
you deny a
hell?
free hug? You
Yeah.
deny that free? What?
Yeah.
Ren just maced the motherfucker.
Yeah, we're all bringing Mace with us.
Ren may need
Yeah.
to bring his
Spray
broadsword
bottles.
that's hanging on the wall back there. His sword of omens and just impale Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
And I'm
All right, well-
gonna say Thundercats ho as well.
He did it again. He does that shit on purpose. He leaves out one thunder. Well, hey, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure
That's
you
all
like.
the questions? We don't have, that's
that was
That's
it.
kind of disappointing. Wow, you guys suck.
All right, there you go. See, now,
Just like the unnamed one.
Yeah,
But if
you
you're
guys
new-
are all about it nightlick, aren't you?
If you're new to this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell so you can always be notified when we go live. Until next
but
time.
go blind.
Joe. What bell?
What bell? Yeah, what bell?
What?
They ain't got
What
no bell
bell?
no more. Wait, what? No, they do. They got a bell there. You ring that bell at the bottom. Wait, I thought it was
What
gone.
bell? Where do you see the bell?
Listen, you shitbag. It's right there. It's at the bottom.
no
You ring
bell,
it.
Joe.
You're pointing at Nathan's floor.
Shut up.
There's
Have
no
a
bell.
powerful day.
There's no bell.
It's
There
night.
is.
What was that one? Rob can't message me in a second.
Tyler, that was the world's worst impression.
Well, I was waiting for
Even
Joe
worse
to
than
shut
your
the
normal
hell up
ones.
before I could do my quote.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Do the
okay.
quote.
Boy, I'm so hungry I could eat the ass end of a dead rhino. Should have had you give
Do you
me
want
3
the
of these
pickle?
things.
Do you want a pickle?
Wait, what was it
That
again?
was the quote.
He's hungry.
I
What,
could eat
that
the
was a
ass
what?
out of a rhino.
I'm so hungry I could eat the ass end out of a dead rhino. I should have had you get me 3 of these things.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Rebecca
The
says that all the
Goonies.
time. She's like,
Goonies. Huh?
no,
Sorry,
Goop.
I was not ready for that.
Goonies.
Predator.
nope,
Conan the Barbarian.
no,
Fucking Goonies.
You
That
already
No,
said
Hulk Hogan
no. It's
movie.
nothing
Wait,
Chunk says.
Oh.
Always name like the thing it would absolutely not be.
Yeah, I'm surprised Rebecca's like Fairy Tale Theater.
Black Cauldron.
No,
That's
That's
a
a
good
good
movie.
movie, though.
That's my favorite Disney movie.
yeah, it's
Well, it
pretty.
has to be a
good.
comedy, right?
Yeah.
It has to be a comedy.
Beastmaster.
No,
JSP
Oh, I
said Dumb
love
and Dumber.
Beastmaster.
I do too.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a Beast Man. Maybe it'd be great if we could do like. No, it's not Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
It's an action film,
Be great if we could do Beastmaster. What?
like a watch along of Beastmaster.
All right,
That'd
give
be
us a small hint. Like who's in it?
That's kind of like a big hint.
Yeah,
Shut up,
that's-
Nathan.
it's from a classic '90s action film, early '90s action film with
Early 90s.
yeah,
Schindler's
with
List.
Schindler's List. Yeah.
Oh,
That-
okay.
that's what Liam Neeson said to Ben Kingsley.
I've never seen Schindler's List.
Of course, you haven't.
Joe, you live through
What's
it.
it about?
Gone with the Wind, obviously.
You live through it, Joe.
Yeah, I've never seen that. So okay, well there you go.
Golly.
You're there.
It's not Schindler. Yes, Point Break. Yes, it is Point
It's
Break.
Point Break?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were saying it was
Point Break.
Schindler's List.
that was a joke, you moron.
Dude, you really thought it was Schindler's List?
Yes, I didn't know. I never seen the
Oh
movie.
my God.
They don't
God,
show
Oh,
anybody
boy.
that movie.
man,
Damn,
you're dumber than
Joe.
Rebecca.
Joe, did you ever watch? Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
No.
Of course
What?
not. He doesn't know about
Why
the making
not?
out during Schindler's List.
Hey,
No,
Joe.
I've never-
I'm
didn't
sure
either.
Rebecca and John probably did, didn't you?
Seinfeld?
I-
No, did you guys
Ren,
make
what
out
were you
during
saying?
Schindler's List?
We didn't watch it together. I
Oh,
didn't.
so
I
you
watched
you
it way before.
Oh,
I
wait,
read
wait,
it.
wait, Tyler.
Oh.
You were
How
too
can
young
they
to
make
watch
out
it, weren't
during?
you?
How can they make out during the movie that shows like Jews being gassed?
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it, but they did.
Ren, what were you gonna ask me, Ren? You said something. You said
Oh,
Joe, and
man.
then what were you saying?
No, what? No.
You
I
were
said,
saying
I
something.
said Rebecca was
I
too
think
young
what-
to watch Schindler's List.
Joe, you're
And,
hearing voices.
and I said
saw
I
it
never
later.
watched Seinfeld either.
Okay, yeah, I never
I
seen
mean,
But
for
I
the
was-
bad, it's a garbage show.
So you're
was
telling me
kinda
only
upset.
half of this
Shut up,
podcast
shut
to
up.
watch Seinfeld?
It was
Funny.
terrible.
Oh
It
my
is funny.
God.
Lies.
It was terrible. It was almost as bad as Friends.
No,
I agree. I didn't
you're
like Friends either.
Well,
Oh,
we
wait,
all agree Friends is a
really
piece of
likes,
shit.
No, Doosan really likes Friends.
That's
Eh,
not-
Friends was
he's not
okay at
American.
first, but
Oh
then
my
it got
God,
boring.
Deuce, you like James. Is like we don't know what's wrong with him. He's like
He probably
you
thinks
of all
Americans act like that.
yeah,
No,
like
no,
all,
no,
there's 3
thing with
pussy guys,
Friends-
Ross
thing with-
and whatever the fuck their
thing-
name. I don't know what all the names are. There's a bunch of
thing with
wieners on the
Friends-
show.
Thing with Friends is that it was okay at first, but then it got boring with all the melodrama and then all the repeats that they aired on TV
Yeah.
over and over and over.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, it had some funny
It
stuff.
got
at first,
sickening.
but then, yeah,
I thought
Meanwhile-
Deuce was a little bit more gutsy and ballsier, but now he
all
like
they cared
he's
about
what
was
a
fucking
pussy.
relationships.
Meanwhile, Seinfeld is a show that you can watch at any time, no matter how much they air it. It's a brilliant show.
Yes, it is.
If you dislike it, you have to lack any sense of
Hey,
humor.
I have made Seinfeld jokes on this show, and Nathan laughed at it. He had no idea there were Seinfeld quotes, so I know Joe and Nathan have laughed at Seinfeld. I was just quoting.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
Nathan
funny.
specifically, he had no idea I was quoting.
I mean, the Melvor says that Seinfeld's greater than Friends. But...
Well, everything's better than Friends.
I think when it comes to Seinfeld and Friends,
Good Times is better than
it's
Friends.
It's like
right,
AVP. Joe? Whoever wins, we
all lose.
Yeah. Johnny Cox says Frasier.
Well, Frasier's the best anyway.
Frasier was fun.
Yeah,
Serenity
awesome.
Now.
I never watched it. I never watched Frasier.
Now here's
Home
Improvement.
Fuck Home Improvement. Fuck that show.
Come on.
Yeah,
I didn't like that one either.
Tim, the two-man tour. Yeah, hell yeah.
No.
JTT, baby. Tiger Beat.
Yeah, fuck him too.
What's that?
And all his shitty movies he made.
Wait, you don't know what Tiger Beat magazine is?
It's not a masturbating magazine.
JTT. What is a J?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, man. Come on.
Thomas.
Oh,
he probably thought it was like Tony the Tiger beating off on the cover or something like that.
I'm lost. What is it? What's he? Is it like a singer?
Spades.
Is Tiger Beat a music?
No, I get rid of my Frosted Flakes here.
He's a teen heartthrob in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a singer or something you were talking about. Okay,
A singer.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what. I don't know.
Joe's gonna go to a dark room, listen to some Menudo, eat some fucking pickles. Whatever he does.
You don't know who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is?
Joe, is it true you were like the lost owner of the bar?
Oh, he
voice
voiced
of Simba?
Okay.
Yeah, little
okay.
Simba.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Then I know.
Joe's like, what's a Lion King? What's a Simba?
Look him up. You'll recognize him. I promise you.
All right. Let me.
His face was everywhere in the 90s.
Let me look up my Dreamcast over here.
Yes.
Shut up. Jonathan Taylor.
Hey, Ren, how's that masterpiece working, man?
Oh yeah, don't reveal what you're working on.
Yeah,
I've got the shadows down.
Oh man, I got to see the shadows. I got to see them.
He was in a movie, I think.
A lot of movies.
No, I know.
He was in a movie.
Yeah. He was in a.
Yeah, look at that jerk off.
He was in a
Man of the House, Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. Yeah, see, Chevy Chase. That was it. Yeah, that's what I seen him in. I remember that.
Joe. Do you like Chevy Chase?
Yes, I love Chevy Chase.
Yay! He's great.
He is. I love Chevy Chase.
Yes, Fletch. Spies
Especially
like
when,
us.
Yeah, Fletch, when he loses his shit in all the vacation movies with all his rants. Well,
Yes,
I love that
and
shit.
also, Memoirs of the Invisible Man is an underrated John Carpenter.
I've never seen that. I've always been curious about it. Now, what about Nothing But Trouble? You guys want Nothing But Trouble?
I love Nothing But Trouble. Oh my god,
Nothing But Trouble is a piece of shit.
Oh,
Dan
fuck you.
Aykroyd when
You're
he
a
gets
piece of
that.
shit.
Remember when he gets that penis nose when he's eating the
Yeah,
hot dog?
yeah. I had no idea it was a dick on his nose. My dad had to tell me that. He's got a penis for his nose.
Yeah. I suggest you have the same. Remember he's eating.
Yeah,
He starts
I've
squirting
not
into it.
Dan Aykroyd.
Oh,
dressed
yeah.
like a giant
Exactly. I've not
turd.
seen this movie at all.
He's
Oh,
biting
we
and
can show
shaking
Dan
that
Aykroyd
dog.
with a dick on his nose here real
Oh,
quick.
it's great.
What's going to like that thing, Joe? You of all people.
Well, he does. He has this big goddamn sausage. You put mustard on it, and he bites into it, and he just
You
like
and big sausages.
You guys
Big
are
slimy
weird,
sausages.
man.
You pervert.
You white people are weird.
The hell?
Penis.
Yeah, I found it. I'm gonna show everyone Dan Aykroyd's
Well,
penis
send
here.
it to me. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Also,
is.
send
Show
him
me Dan Aykroyd's penis.
Yeah.
Send him
I'll
a
show you
picture of
his
Dan
little
Aykroyd
Aykroyd.
dressed like a giant turd.
What the fuck?
So now Ren can walk away from not saying it's called Dan
Ren,
Aykroyd's
it's a
penis.
shit movie. It's literally a shit movie.
No, it's not. That's it, baby.
Nothing
I'm
But
gonna flip
Trouble
out.
is great. It is great. I love that. movie.
You know,
I
I've
love it.
actually.
Hey,
I've
how about this? How about this?
Oh,
How about
all
this?
right, everyone, shut the fuck up. Here it is.
Next week, we talk about that movie. How about that? And Ren has to.
There it is. Look at that.
Wow.
What the fuck?
I'm
That's
Bobo.
fucking
That's little
disgusting.
I
devil.
don't
Remember?
that. I've not seen that movie.
We're not loud in the house.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Hey,
You know what-
Bobo.
you know what's the-
Noble.
What is this
Hi.
movie?
Rebecca,
trouble.
Rebecca. You know what this movie is?
Pekka,
This
say
movie
Pekka,
comes
Pekka.
after.
No,
This
Pekka,
movie is
Pekka.
a result of Dan
never
Aykroyd
let
getting
Pekka
the
go.
fucking ticket
What?
because he
Tyler?
broke the traffic
Has anyone
law.
understand a
He got
word any of
pissed
us
at
have
the
said in the last
I don't.
2
All
minutes?
right, everyone.
I can't hear what he's saying.
One at a time. One at a time.
I'm thinking Rand's like looking at all these dumb white people.
Tyler,
Deuce
never
is
let
calling
Banker go.
Rebecca Pekka.
Fucking dumb.
He's
That
like,
was
this
a
is
good
why I don't hang
song.
out with white people.
Oh God!
Wait.
All right, so that's it.
Hey,
I
hey.
think. What?
Wait.
All right,
So this
all right.
movie is a product of Dan Aykroyd breaking a traffic law, and he got pissed off at a judge that made him pay a ticket, and so he made this movie, and
He put a
the
peanut on
judge
his
is
nose.
inspired by that one.
But it's great. He doesn't
I've
like
never seen it.
bangers.
Okay.
Yeah.
He don't.
It's-
Rebecca, remember, he don't like bangers. He never let
It's the
banger
first
go.
movie
You love this
Tupac
shit.
was in too.
Random.
Because
But it is. It is.
what's the
There
actor's
was a good
name?
music video for it and everything.
Yep.
It's fucking great. You'd like that. Okay, Jesus
Because
Christ.
John
Well, we
Candy
know
dragged.
Joe identified with the rap scene in the movie, so
It's a great movie. I'm telling you, you'd love
Ren,
the movie. It's a great
Ren,
movie. Rebecca, Ren, you'd love it.
Did you say there was a shit
Ren,
monster in it?
What's up, Dawson?
Ren,
no, that's Dogma.
please,
Yes.
please pirate that movie, watch it, and tell
Yes.
Joe that he's wrong.
You'd love it, and Rebecca, you'd love it. Both of you watch it.
You
You'd
won't.
love
What's the
it.
name of
Trash.
what's the name of the movie again?
Nothing but
Nothing
trouble.
but
Nothing
Trouble.
but trouble. It's
Nothing
from
but trouble.
1991.
Yeah,
It
I think
is
Rebecca probably like it.
It is
I
fucking
mean, I like
great.
shit movies, so.
It's dark humor too. It does have like a little. It's like a dark humor, but
It's
it's
not
Nothing but
dark
trouble.
I like
humor.
dark
It's
humor.
it's
I like dark humor.
Dan Aykroyd's autism going off control.
You'll love it. You're gonna love this. All right, that's it. I gotta go pee and go to
It's
sleep.
got Demi
So
Moore in it?
No, Joe.
Yeah.
There's
You gotta go
something
pee
that
in a pickle
Nathan will
jar.
show you after the There's
Yeah,
something
Joe.
Nathan will show you after the podcast, so you'll have to
okay,
stay
okay,
up.
quick, 'cause I got
You're
5%. Damn,
Oh,
that's
Oh,
nice.
that's what all I'm hearing is like Deuce is like sauce.
My screen just kept going
Nice.
dark.
What are those?
What the
Bobo, little
hell?
Bobo and Little
Dopo.
Dabble.
There it is. Dan Aykroyd in third costume.
Yeah,
I'm Bobo.
they're giant
and that's
babies.
Little Dabble. Like, we're not allowed in the house.
This is bizarre. I have to watch
Oh
it.
my
now.
Dan
God.
Aykroyd got
Yeah.
pissed off at the judge so much that he made fun of his entire family.
Wow, that's
All right.
savage.
See you guys next week.
Well, I want to say really quickly too, the Filmation Fans Power presentation you saw at the beginning, JSP made that, so a huge
Thank you,
thank you to JSP for putting
Looks
that
great.
together. That will follow us going forward. So
And
All right.
hopefully Rebecca will have a new intro for this podcast as well, right, Rebecca?
Yes, once other people send me stuff.
Yeah, tell me what I need to
No,
send
the
you
Fans of
again.
Power, the Fans
Oh,
of
for the
Power
Fans of Power, I
podcast.
got you.
The
Yeah.
one we're doing right now.
oh, we're gonna have a new Fans of
Yeah, that
Power
one I can do.
intro.
Tyler's freaking out. He's like, you can't see me or something. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like I'm over